on in. Let me know if you have questions as we prepare to go live with confidence and ease. Let me know how you're doing. Come on in. Hopefully, you are doing well, friends. So, thank you so much for joining. This is my 10 a.m. live where I talk all things going live. Want to make sure I'm able to support you in your journey. So, thank you all for being here. So appreciate you all being here. We're gonna get to going live with confidence and ease in just a moment. So thank you so much for coming in. Um, this is my 10 a.m. live. As you can tell, I'm still kind of getting over this little cold I have going on. So I appreciate you all being here. So we're gonna get started in just a few moments. So hopefully all is well. Let me know if you have any questions. As I'm a little congested, but appreciate everybody joining. Feel free to come in, make sure you like the live, as well as come in and engage. All right, friends. Um, Go ahead and like the live. Click that subscriber button to let me know you're going live. Let me know that you're a subscriber and let me know you're going live in the comments. And also click that bell to get notifications of when I go live and post content. So appreciate you all being here. We are going to get started very soon. I always have to set up my screen. You guys are hearing me in real time deal with my little cold. So hopefully things clear up soon. I always get a little under the weather this time of the year. So it is not surprising that I have a little froggy voice. So appreciate everybody being here though. Let me know if there's questions. We are going to get started talking about the Go Live experience, talking to my new friends, making sure they feel supported. Want to make sure everybody has what they need to go live and can go live with confidence. All right. So we're going to get started in just a moment. And just checking to see if there was any updates out there. I don't see any. Um, I don't see any updates that are coming in the system. Um, I'm going to check on here real quick before I start on my TikTok. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything because TikTok has been glitchy and we've all have been experiencing it. Okay. So it's definitely been glitchy. Let me close some of these other apps as well. All right, friends. Well, thank you so much for being here. Feel free to like the live, comment, and subscribe. If you are new to my live, what I do is teach about how to go live with confidence and ease. I work off both platforms, both TikTok and YouTube. On YouTube, this becomes a playlist where you can go back, watch, and listen to anything I share from a TikTok perspective because I'm a creator network agency on TikTok. I own and manage creators that are going live. It's a free program on TikTok. It's helping you stay consistent. It's helping you to improve as a live host. So I teach how to go live, okay? So that's what I do. And then here I save these for you to go back and watch. So people ask me all the time, can I see the recordings? And I send them over to YouTube because I'm doing this co-stream. YouTube, since then, YouTube has allowed me to become a YouTube partner. So I'm part of the YouTube Partners program where I can have affiliate links. So you see the products that are linked there. Many people ask me about my glasses, the lipstick, and my lighting. So you see that here. So I use those as, you can get those products if you choose to. I also have the option to have memberships, in which you become a member for my live stream, as well as super chat, super stickers, and super thanks, which are all the gifting that's available on YouTube. So you don't get that initially. You actually have to grow your channel. 500 subscribers, 3,000 watch hours will get you that first tier. And then the next tier is 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. And then you can put ads on your channel for your live streams and for your content. So again, I'm not on that second tier yet. I'll be there hopefully before the month is out. But my point is, that's how YouTube's monetization works. So you really do want to use your live stream as a way to build your community, but also think about ways that you can expand it in your content and have people engage in your content much more. So again, you can grow. So on YouTube, I talk all things going live. So you guys have almost 500 plus videos of me talking about this process. Thank you all for being here. If you are new to my live, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Also, if you don't mind clicking that subscriber button as well as the bell to get notifications when I go live and post content. I go live twice a day. So at 10 a.m., this is my 10 a.m. live, as well as 4 p.m. Eastern. I'm in Florida. So if you are new to my live, put new in the chat. Let me know who you are and what you're doing. Do you go live? Is that something you're interested in? And so again, I do engage here and I see the comments coming through as well. So you're welcome to chime in. You're welcome to ask questions, okay? I'm going to go live on TikTok in a second. You guys hear my code. I'm trying to get over this. But I'm going to go live on TikTok in a second so you guys will see me start that process. You guys actually have like a bird's eye view in terms of how I start my live stream because that's really important. You're letting the algorithm know what your topic is, what you're talking about. I talk slowly. I want to make sure I'm enunciating and you hear me repeat words because those are the key words the algorithm's looking for. And then we go through this warm-up exercise. We're getting the room activated. That's really important for how you get visibility. All right. So we're working through that. TikTok has had a outage at one of the data centers. So we've been dealing with some glitches. Thank you so much. And we remove people who are not being nice. Okay. I tell people all the time, this is the kids. A lot of kids will come here, especially on YouTube. So you want to make sure you're 18 years and older, both for YouTube and TikTok to go live because you monetize. So you have to be at least 18 years to monetize. So make sure that you're of age and then keep the chat professional. There's no point in being rude or disrespectful. Keep the chat professional. I tell people you want to be a good viewer. As much as you want to be a good viewer, is how you are going to be as a live host. Okay? So when you are on the live host, when you're in this seat, then you're like, okay, how do I get my viewers to connect? How do I get them engaged? How do I make sure that they're keeping the room safe and comfortable for everyone in the room? And again, you have to block people. You have to, in TikTok, you can mute their comment, you can block them, and you can report them. On YouTube is different the way it streams here. It definitely is different in the sense of what type of visibility as a live host you have. You guys are in my room now. I don't know who's there unless you guys chime in. Okay, so until you say something, then I see your name and I can go to your page, connect with you, and do all the things that interactive experience. On TikTok, you see who's in your room. You know who's there. You ask them to engage in comment because, again, you know they're there. You know they saw your live stream, and there's analytics that also says that they were in your room as well. However, if they don't engage, then you're essentially not going to grow because you're not connecting with other people. It's an engagement app, so the goal is for you to connect and interact with other viewers as well as the live host. So I teach that. I want to make sure you understand the strategy behind that, as well as making sure you are intentional with how you interact on the platform. Okay. So, and then some people, they don't care. They want to be disruptive and rude. So it's totally fine. Let me set up my TikTok. We're going to go over there in just a moment. Yeah. So we're going to go over there. And give me hello, friends. Thank you so much. Thank you for the thumbs up. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for the support. We're going to go live on TikTok in just a moment. Let me put my board up. We'll go there. And then make sure that we're connected with our friends. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. We are about to go live on TikTok. I appreciate you all joining. Hey, Idea Barista. How are you, friend? Thank you so much. You're probably on the train. I'm probably catching you on the train, friend, aren't I? Thank you so much for being here. Others coming in the room, thank you so much for joining as well. Make sure you give a like to the live. And if you have not done so, click that subscriber button as well as a bell to go live. My bell to subscribe, the bell for when I go live and I post content for those notifications. All right, so we're going to go live on TikTok. Let's see. Shock to everyone. Shock. I just walked into the office. Oh, really? You're normally not in the office that early? Everybody's like, oh, what you doing here? That's funny. He's like, everybody, oh, wait a minute, we ain't expecting you for another 30 minutes. Oh, wow, friend. Well, that's good. That's good. They probably think you're going to leave early then. You're arriving early to leave early. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much. I'm about to go live on TikTok, so I appreciate you all being here. So I appreciate the support. We're going to get going. All right. TikTok live, TikTok. Thank you so much. Come on in. Thank you so much for being here. We are talking all things going live. If you are new, afraid, scared, shy, come on in. We're going to talk about how to go live with confidence and ease. Come on in. We're talking all things going live. So feel free to join me. We are talking how to go live, friends. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know if you have questions. If you want to go live, we're talking about live stream tips. I'm giving live stream tips as well as helping beginners go live. So come in, feel free to support. By the way, feeling, Thank you so much, Miss Darlene. How you doing? Good morning. Welcome to the room, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. We are talking how to go live if you want to go live. Carvina, how are you, friend? Welcome to the room. Long time no see. You see, I'm still here doing this, friend. How are you? Come on in, King. What is it, King K? King Andy? Is that it? And King? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Miss Darlene. I appreciate your friend with the hand art. We are tapping. Hopefully we get some taps to show up soon. TikTok has been neglecting my taps. My taps have not been working. I don't know what the deal is. Hey, friend. Hey there. How you doing? How is everything your way? Long time no see. We're going to try to see if we can get some likes. If you guys don't mind liking a lot, thank you for that daily art, me. Appreciate it, friend. Let's see. I'm going to come out and come back in. Let's see if that helps. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll see if we can get the 10K in 10 minutes as you guys come in. We'll see if some more likes come through. Appreciate all the support. Hello, Angelina. Thank you so much. It's working. Is it working? TikTok don't want me to be great today. TikTok is like, I don't know. We'll see. I do see it going up now. Oh, okay. It's a delay. It's definitely a delay. My tap's not working properly either. It shows confetti. Yeah, it's definitely a lag and a delay. So I don't know. We're gonna see how this works. So here's what I tell people in the beginning of your live stream, and we're testing this theory out, and so far so good ish. When it works, it works. It says over 400. You're right. Right now it does. On my side it says 488. It's going up. It's up to 500 now. So I am seeing it. On my phone here, on my other phone, it says that I should have over 600. It's not 600 yet. So we'll see. Hey, hello, Miss Vicky. How you doing, friend? Welcome to the room. Thank you so much, friend, over on the YT. Appreciate you. Good morning. Good morning. We are tapping it up. If you don't mind liking a lot, it's stalled at 6:34. So, not sure what y'all see, but I don't see it moving anymore. So TikTok is going to TikTok me today, but it's all good. Thank you so much. Greetings from Florida, friend. Had a great live today. There we go. I think we're still dealing with some of the glitchy stuff, but you had a great live. I love to hear that. So, how did it you have more activity, more engagement too. Let me know, how did it go for you, friend? Let's see. Um, hey, Luna. And if you guys don't mind, let's see if you guys see some more likes coming through. Let's see if we get some more likes in. We'll see. Still not showing up my likes. TikTok, I told you, it doesn't want me to be great. Let's see. It's slowly coming. TikTok was glitching. Engagement was great. Okay. TikTok was bad, but the live was good. It was great. That's what I heard, Miss Vicky. You said TikTok was not great. It was glitching. But appreciate everybody coming through. Thank you so much. But like I said, we're gonna try to see if we can get watching while I work. Thank you. How you doing? Sapphire Sweets. Thank you so much. Multitasking at its finest. That's what we gotta do sometime. That is it, friend. I when I'm flying around these TikTok streets, I'm multitasking too. Cause what happens is, my son, he wants some mommy time, so I got to give him a little time too. And then when it comes to other tasks, checking emails, meeting with people, I always try to see if I can multitask, come in rooms and support. Shay Sprays, how you doing, friend? Thank you so much for being here. Others coming in the room, appreciate you all joining. Thank you so much for your support. Um, and if you don't mind liking the live, we're going to see if we can like the live up and get our views, our like count higher. We have not hit 1,000 yet, so TikTok is definitely playing games on my end. My phone says we should be at least 1.5K, but that's not the case here. I'm not seeing any of those buttons go up, those numbers go up, and we're already 5 minutes in. So TikTok was like, not today. We ain't doing it today. So, but I'm okay with it, y'all. Love Universified. How you doing, Fred? Thank you all for coming in. So what I tell you guys to do, and sometimes the system was working against you, and that's totally fine. But I do say that engagement early on helps to activate the room. Okay, thank you so much. Yep, TT playing that retro game in my room too. I know. It was like, nope, we not playing fair. Zaya, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you being here. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you for sharing out the live. Others coming in, if you are liking the live, I see some hearts trying to come through. So we'll see if it actually does allow us to get some likes in. Thank you so much. Thank you for the positive message. I appreciate that. Thank you for the support coming in, planting seeds where they may grow. I love that. That's the way you want to interact in the world, okay? Whether it's TikTok streets or the real world, you want to make sure you are spreading seeds of growth and positivity. So the activation, and as you guys can tell, I'm still kind of getting over this little cold bug, but Yvonne, you said I need to learn. I'm still new. I'm new. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to get into the lesson in a second. Let me say this, Yvonne. I'm going to give you a little bit of homework. So as a newbie, I want you to make sure you optimize your profile. So you just started your account. You did correctly by having a username, your nickname, your photo, but you want to make sure you have a bio. So that's where you edit your profile. You click the edit or that little pencil, and you should be able to edit in words to your bio so that when you come into live, we see it, we can engage with you, we know who you are and what you're about. And then it's even more important for TikTok because TikTok uses those words to determine what your profile is going to be about and your content is going to be about. And so you get categorized. And then ultimately what will happen is that as you're producing content, people can search for that content and find your page, find your content. Okay? So bio is so important. Whatever it is, put some words in there so that the algorithm can know how to connect you to the right people, the right communities. All right? Thank you so much. Thank you, Miss Vicky. I appreciate the support. Everybody coming in, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate all the support. So as you guys come in, feel free to ask questions. Let me know if there's any questions. Hey, Hallie Q, where are you at, friend? Are you at the conference? Are you at the conference? She is, Hallie Q is with a brand. She's doing a partnership with a brand, and I think she's supporting as an influencer. She's supporting them promote their products. Still at the conference. Look at you, friend. So there's so many different opportunities out there. I don't want you guys to miss the big picture here. Hey, Fred, how you doing? ET. I'm gonna say ET. Tell me how to pronounce it. It's just ET. I'm gonna say ET is your nickname. Expo West Team Okra. She's with the Okra Water community. Halleck, I had to go to your page. They canceled my order too. Pals mentioned it the other day that her order got canceled. So I went to your page and reordered and did the wait list. So hopefully it comes through. Live made this happen for me, by the way. It did. It did, friend. So thank you all for coming through. I appreciate you guys. We're still experiencing some of the glitchiness of TikTok in the past couple days. My likes are not working. I tell people all the time in the beginning of your live you want to do that activation. So the likes are not coming through the way they normally would. We're at 5K likes. We're at 9 minutes. It took 5 of those minutes just to get to 1K. So we know it's not working. When I look at my backup account, it says that I should have more taps. So thank you so much for the tiny track. Appreciate you, friend. We trying our best, ain't we? We tracking away. I will ask about it ASAP. TikTok glitch. Yeah, yeah. The glitch is, the glitch could be I know Shop had a big issue. Shop had a big issue going on. So you're right. Now that you say that, I didn't think about the glitch being a factor. But yeah, Shop was totally not acting correctly. So so guys, be patient. The next couple of days, we're dealing with the wonkiness of the app. Okay. You said, what does it mean to activate early? Okay, so I use that's kind of a Dr. Lisa terminology. That's my term, but I think that's a real thing. It's a real thing in terms of where the algorithm is saying what's happening in your life. TikTok wouldn't let me send tiny Diney to flourish. Really? Good morning, Nika Grace. How you doing, friend? So we're trying our best. We're at almost 7K likes, and it's officially 10 minutes. It took us some time to even start letting them show up. So I don't think it's for lack of trying. I think it was just the glitch. It wasn't operating correctly. So we didn't hit our goal today. We'll see what the room looks like. I'm saying this out loud to you all because, again, Yvonne asked the question about activate. So we're going to see what does the room flow look like because of that. Because that first 10 minutes is really important to see how people are engaging in your live. We just work around. We do, friend. We do. So Yvonne, what I'm saying is that when you have people coming in, if you look right under my name, it has that heart with the 7.8K likes, almost 7.9. You said TikTok is listening. No. Listen harder, TikTok. Fix yourself. Fix it. Okay? Fix it for us. So with how these hearts operate, it shows people are coming in a room and they're liking the live. So when you tap the screen, that produces the hearts that you see on the side here. And you'll see if you tap intentionally for a long time, those hearts will pop up and you'll see how you're sending likes, and you can see how many likes you want to, how many likes you can send. We try to do 10,000 likes because we haven't even got to 10,000 likes in 10 minutes. Now today it was not working. It wasn't accepting any of the likes. Probably for like the first 4 to 5 minutes, we didn't get any of the likes. So we did not hit the goal of 10K in 10 minutes because it was TikToking us. It was glitching. Hey Flourish. Yeah, we didn't hit our goal today. TikTok was glitching on us. It's 12 minutes and we're not even at 10 minutes yet. 10K yet. So are you available to celebrate with? Oh Lord. Oh my gosh, look at you. Oh my gosh. She hit her 10K 1,000 followers, okay? That's what we're talking about. She hit 10K followers, okay? Oh, TikTok gave us the flash goal too. Let's see what it is. It's roses, 3 roses, 3 roses. All right, TikTok, we'll take it. Congratulations, friend. Congratulations. That is awesome. Thank you all for letting us hit that flash goal too. That was quick. TikTok was being nice because they was being mean when it came to the taps. But that's awesome. It's over 10K. So was that in the live today? Did you hit it while you were live? I'm assuming so. I'm assuming that's what happened. Let me see. I don't know if I can see numbers. I'm assuming that's what happened, friend. That is awesome while live. Congratulations. Oh my gosh. That is awesome. Thank you all for supporting that. We achieved the flash goal. It was just 3 of them. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the roses. I appreciate it. Um, that's awesome, friends. So okay, so here's what you just unlocked. You unlocked the ability to have playlists. Turn on your playlists. You unlock the ability to also have video gifts, so people can send you gifts for your video content. Um, Depending on how much engagement you get with your content, obviously, you have playlists, people binge watching your content, you have some videos that do really well, you can get into the creator rewards. No, your business account. That don't count for you. You don't get the creator rewards program. Are you still business? I think you are still business. Um, and so, yes, so I think video gifts do count, and I think playlists do count for your content. So those are features that you get. Yes, still business. Okay, so yeah, so those are two things that you unlock as a you should unlock. But go to your benefits. You know how to check your benefits on your profile. So go to post, scroll all the way down, and you'll see some tools, a tools area for the post side, and then see what benefits are available to you as a business account. So just check and see what that is. I don't remember all the features that are there, all the different things that they offer for businesses, but just check and see. I think video gifts still would apply as well as the playlist. Playlist is a great way for people do binge watch content, and so people will look at a playlist and just go through all the things that you have there for them. So I hope I can get all of those things now. Yes. So check. Yeah, check your benefits and see. Shout out for Flourish Plant CPR coach. I love that. In less than 1 year, you did that thing, girl. You did it. Um, yeah. So the way you rocking and rolling, hey, 25, 50K in less than 1 year. Why not? Why not? Okay. That's pretty much where you're gonna be at. Yeah. Easily. So keep doing your thing. Don't change it up. If it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. Don't don't rock the boat right now. Just stay the course. All the different analogies. Just stay focused. Okay, let's go. Scorpio, far away, thank you so much for joining. I'm trying hard to not rock. I know. It is, it's one of those things where in the beginning you're trying to figure out what's working, what's not working. But again, I think you realize kind of the cheat code in terms of how to make this thing work, and just keep doing what you're doing. There's no point in changing it yet. Now, unless somebody else tells you, oh, now do this, I don't even know if I would do it. I'll just tell you that. I think I would just stay the course, keep doing it because it's responding. And as you can tell, it's just ascending, it's just going up. So and it takes time to go up. Tomorrow's live will be a celebration of 10K and 100 super fans. Did you get 100 super fans currently? Or you're saying that's the goal to get 100 by tomorrow? Because how many you have now? I mean, well, maybe you have 100. Maybe that's the answer. I thought last time you said it, you had like 70. Okay. Oh, 104. Look at you. That's awesome. That's awesome. Look at you, friend. Thank you for the follow, friends, who are coming in. As you guys can tell, we're talking to one of the creators. Flores, let me know if you want to come up, if you want to chat a little bit, because I think some people might enjoy hearing your journey. Um, it's up to you if you're available. Hit the mic if you're available. Hello. Good morning. Hello, Paris. Good morning. Thank you so much, friend. Hello, people coming in. Hey, it is the plant CEO.
Or as Coach V calls me, the plant CPR.
CPR. You resuscitating plants.
Yeah.
I love it. So okay, so Flourish, this is who we were just chatting with in the comments here. She is someone who is a business owner. She takes she goes live daily. Are we saying daily now?
Daily. I
Okay.
have been daily since December.
Okay, okay. I was just gonna say something about that, but that's okay. And so she's now daily, and she's been going daily. And what's happened, and I guess we could talk about December because I think a lot of the transformation you started to see that happening. It was in December.
Yeah.
And okay, let's talk about your start. Your start was June.
I started actually in April.
In April, we started the count, but consistently was kind of
Consistently, well, let me back up. I started in April, and I was only going 2 days a week. Then Coach V said, no, 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 you gotta go more. So then I went 4 days a week, and then I went 6 days a week, and now I'm at 7 days a week, much to my family's chagrin. But they're liking the benefits of me not being in the house all the time. It's 2 hours of me not nitpicking at them.
All right, all right.
Gotta take the benefits what they can get. And I've been doing 7 days a week since December 20th.
Okay, okay, good, good. And then, okay, so what's the June, July? June, July is when like you really started to kind of take it seriously. Is that what?
June is when I niched down to 5 days a week.
Okay, okay. And with the 5 days a week, in all fairness, now I'm gonna take it back and I'm gonna go pull the onion layers back. Flourish, she sells plants. That's what she's here for. She's a business. And so for her, she came here. She's like, I'm about my business. I'm trying to get my business. I'm trying to get people to go to my website to support buy the plants. That's what we're trying to do. And we would meet monthly initially. And she's like, Doc, this ain't working. People ain't gonna come to the website. It's not working for me. So talk about that because there was a shift that happened.
So, yeah, we got, I moved the URL off of my bio in December. And that's when we saw the biggest shift. And then in late January, early February, I test drove the 10K taps in 10 minutes.
That's fair.
And
Yeah.
I have found that to be very pivotal in getting the live out to as many people as possible and getting that initial push.
I call it the activation that needs to happen.
Yeah.
That activation.
Yep. Waking up the algorithm, telling them I'm there, telling them I'm in the room. That 10K in 10 minutes is good. I've also seen the push still, but not as much if you can get the 10K in 12 minutes.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I try not to focus on, let's just ride till 12.
Right.
10 and 10 seems to be a really great, easy thing to roll off the tongue.
And then earlier seems like there's a little bit more of a push too, if you get it much earlier.
Oh yeah, if you get it at the 5-minute mark or the 7-minute mark, you see about double.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Biggest tip I can tell all of you, whether you're new or not, when you hit go live and that 3 hits the screen, start talking. Your time starts there. Don't be sitting there looking around, trying to figure out what you're going to talk about. Start talking and say words that resonate with people that they're searching.
Right.
Like, my people are searching for house plants. They're searching for plant care. They're searching for pathos, monstera, ferns, alocasias. I start with, I literally, when 3 hits, hey TikTok, good morning everybody. We're here talking about plant care tips.
Yep.
This is how you get plant care tips right here in Flourish Plant Care. Helps my name, has my keywords in it.
Right.
Hey OMG, those things help. My URL is not in my bio.
Yes. So,
But my fans know to type it and to use DOT instead of the actual punctuation mark, and it doesn't get flagged.
yeah.
And keep that rolling.
So in your journey, you've made that shift with getting the room activated, getting people in there. You also are really making sure your room understands how to engage. So you spend a lot of time educating your community.
I
Even though
do.
they're coming there for plants, they're on TikTok, so they need to know how to engage on TikTok.
Well, and I remind them, much like you do, this isn't TV.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be involved. If
Yeah.
you want a podcast, I'll provide you with a podcast.
Right.
If you want to get involved, come here. This is where you get involved.
Right.
Get your hands dirty. Put some sprinkles of love on the screen and tap along with me.
Right.
And if they have questions, I tell them, grab that daily heart me up there. It tells me you're a person who wants to know about plants, not some thought that's in here to disrupt.
Right.
And if you don't know where that is, say daily in the chat, and I'll teach you all the things on the screen. Because it's more important for me that you understand what this app is, and then you can really enjoy your plants.
Exactly. Exactly. So, say I'm interviewing you. So let's go back a step.
Okay.
I think what you did, you actually said how you went about your transformation, but I think there was also a mindset transformation too, because people who were, you took your website out your bio, and so that was a big deal. That was huge for you because you're like, that's why I'm here. I'm here to sell the plants. And you took it out recognizing that TikTok was acting funny because you were getting those restrictions, pushing people off the platform, all that other stuff. And with that, you then shifted to, okay, let me start focusing on telling them how to engage. And then because of that, like you said, your super fans started growing. They started being able to help spread the communication about how to get to your website, how to get your resources and stuff. And so the community actually helped to promote you, to promote your services and your products. Is that fair to assume?
It's spot on.
Okay. Yeah.
It's spot on. The more I find that I educate people on not only the plant that they've come to learn about, but I teach them about the app that they're on because they're all new. You gotta assume everybody that comes in your room is new. Unless they're doing the things that we as hosts know they should be doing, then you have to assume they're new and they don't know.
Right.
So try not to use terms that you're not willing to explain.
Right.
You know, like I said, say daily down in the chat, and Dr. Lisa, you actually had someone say daily in the chat because they don't know how to get a daily heart me. And they don't have one next to the name. They don't have Lisa.
Well, they're going to learn in a second because you know I'm going to teach it.
I just don't want them to think that, you know, I was saying it and they were...
Yvonne, she said it again. Yvonne, how you doing, friend? Yeah, we're going to get you some badges. The badges actually, you don't know, and I teach this because I want you guys to know really those badges that you see everybody with, they have them for a reason. And so you want to get the badges, and that's the daily heart me. That's the how you get the Lisa badge, and you want to get the blue box. You got to have coins on your account, so we talk about that, and I'll walk you through that. But to your point, as a live host and as viewers, once you start doing this long enough, you're going to see the people who are new, the people who don't know any better, because you're going to stand out like a sore thumb because you don't have the badges. Okay, so that's how it works.
Yep. So what's your next question there, interviewer?
Yes. Okay, so let's talk through this too, because I think the other thing people, you mentioned super fans, and I mean, obviously, super fans is kind of an advanced conversation. It is part of your monetization, and the fact that you've gotten over 100 super fans is huge. Okay, huge, and it's important that you guys recognize that there's so many different levers you can pull here. So instead of Flourish, you really focus on, I need people to get to my website, buy the plants. You now have other opportunities and other things you've unlocked for your monetization, and Superfans is it. So you want to talk a little bit about your Superfans and how you started it?
So I started with the nudge from Dr. Lisa that I needed to really look at this and find a way to work it into my business and part of my model. So I really sat down and I searched high and low, and I looked at other people in my niche, what they were doing, and I found most of them weren't doing it, number one. Only 2% of the plant people on this whole app are offering a super fan package. Okay, 1%. So then I started putting together a super fan package, and they get early access to sales. They get discount codes for things that they want, which are plants. Then I reached out to other small businesses that have an interest in plants, but they're not selling plants. And I collaborate with them, and I get codes from them, and I share those with my fans. So now they're getting access to my people.
And discounts.
Like,
yeah.
OMG,
I love
she
your earrings.
has a code on there, and people can go and get earrings from her. She made some planty ones, and I've been wearing them, and she made some fleur-de-lis for Mardi Gras, and I wear those. And when people ask, I sell that. So I've been offering it to other businesses, tying them into my model, giving them access to people who are engagers, and they're like the creme de la creme of people. And then I involve them in some of my decision-making processes for the business. If you guys are always making all the decisions, it's exhausting for your business. So I let them get involved in some of them. Hey, what do you want to see on the 10K celebration? What do you want to do for celebrating 100 super fans? How many, what plant do you want to see in the future? I do have an ebook too. I see you, Moonflower. And I'm working on volume 2. I have sold over 100 copies of my ebook.
Wow, friend. Oh my gosh.
Wow. Working on volume 2. My ebook is actually being picked up by Amazon. I'm working on finishing that deal out, and I'm working on creating a virtual plant bingo for anybody who wants to come and play plant bingo.
Okay. Nice.
So all of that goes to my super fans first. They all get that inside track. They all get that inside scoop. And I run little contests amongst them.
Okay.
To do things, to maybe get a free plant, or to get an extra unlock code for free shipping, or all those things. So when you have a business and you tie those things together, people want more. They want the inside scoop.
I love that. So, you also leverage the group chat. So talk about that, because I think your group chat is probably one of the more successful ones I've seen, because typically the group chats can be overran by people sharing out their messages and content, but you got to keep it very focused and very contained in terms of your super fans knowing about flourish plants, and that's the focus.
I do. My super fans see my rules every time a new person joins as a super fan, and I purposely reword them and kind of change up the message so that everybody has to read it again and again and again. And it's not a too long didn't read type of thing, because I'm putting nuggets in there that they're going to want too. But when someone shares a live that is not Flourish approved, that is removed, and after they've done it 3 times, they're removed. And now they are losing all their discount code access. It's big, and we have many conversations before that gets there. But I really kind of want them to have a safe green space outside of my lives where they can get more in-depth information about their plants. So, and I remind them of that all the time.
Yeah. If you guys are, and we'll talk about sharing out the live in a second. Oh, you became a super fan. Thank you, KJ. Thank you so much. You reached level 10. Is he? Hey, friend. What I was going to say is that I want you guys to also pay attention to when you're in group chats. You share out lives, you share information. You'll see the arrow in the lower corner. And if you press my nose, you can share it as well. Here's the thing about it. When you're sharing out lives, be careful about where you're sharing them. I know sometimes you're thinking you're in a rush to share out the live. Sometimes you share them to group chats and they're not necessarily for that group chat. So just pay attention to that. I'm just saying that out loud because I know sometimes we're moving quickly, but if you can pause and just make sure you're sharing it to the right group chats, that'll help with, people like Flourish saying, hey, I gotta have a conversation with you about sharing it to the wrong live. But anything else? I didn't even know TikTok had group chats. Yeah, there's group chats. Yeah,
Mhm.
so and I'm gonna talk to you, ADHD FM. We're gonna talk because I want to make sure you get your badges too. So we'll talk about that in a second. When everything's said and done, Flourish came up because she just hit 10,000 followers. With this, it's a process. It's a journey. I don't want you guys to think that it happens instantly. And in all fairness to Flora, she was one of those people early on trying to say, Dr. Lisa, I don't know what else I need to do. Dr. Lisa, this is not working for me. Dr. Lisa, I need to meet with you. So, and now, and now she's like the gold star. She's like running the class. I mean, really, when everything's said and done, it does take patience, but you got to make sure you're willing to make those pivots, the little tweaks that's necessary so that you can see this happening for you. TikTok is a TikTok economy. So if you get the algorithm working in your favor, if you are playing the game in a way where you're playing within the rules now, but you're playing a game where TikTok feels like, oh, I see what you're trying to do. Let me push more people in your room. Let me give you more attention. That's gonna help you. Would you agree with that, or how do you feel about that?
Oh, most definitely. And getting involved with campaigns
That too.
really teaches your room that they can be impactful.
Yeah.
And it gets them engaged. It gets them intrigued, even though they can't see like the agency campaign stuff. It doesn't flash up there for them to see.
Okay.
I still give them an update. I'm like, hey, when we left yesterday, we were in the third seed, and now we're in the sixth seed. And I will have some people, that is a trigger for them. That is something they like to do. Everybody has their trigger. It's money, it's emotion, it's completing a goal, those types of things. It's the psychological end of things that you kind of got to get into.
Yeah. So TikTok has campaigns that you can participate in. And as an agency, so Flourish is in my agency. I am a creator network agency. It's a free program. So I always tell people you should, if you're going to be serious about being a live host or want to really engage in this process, an agency can offer you tips, strategies, guidance, as well as protection with your account being out here and you get in trouble with violations or risk of being banned. So you want that agency. My agency is a little different because I really try to make sure you're looking at how to grow your community. And really what Flourish has done is just taken any of the information that we've shared in our group meetings or even here with my one-on-ones with her and saying, okay, how do I pull this lever and make it make sense for me? So stuff I tell you, you got to make sure you take it and say, okay, how do I apply this to my life? What am I trying to do? And I think you can attest to this. A lot of it is just being disciplined and regimented in what you're doing. Because I think we try to go, let me try this, and then I'm gonna go try this, and I'm gonna do this, and then you forget about that one thing that you were doing in the beginning. And so you got to stay disciplined in that way too.
Yeah, there's a comment that Coach V says a lot. Coach Vicky, I think she's still down in the chat. She says, pick a thing, do a thing. But I want to add to that. I always tell people, pick a thing, do a thing with your plants. But when it comes to being a live house, pick a thing, do a thing, and do it for 30 days.
That's fair. Mm-hmm.
Don't do it for 1 week. Don't do it for just a weekend. Don't do it for just that live. Do it for 30 days consistent. Here's the thing. We're in the season of Lent. For those of you who participate in all of that, it's 40 days. Why is it 40 days? Because it takes 40 days to make or break a habit.
Right.
So if you can get through 30 days of being consistent, those next 10 days are easy peasy lemon squeezy, my friends.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, so a lot of people in January, we said, okay, we're gonna go live every day. There's some people who did it, and there's some people who are like, okay, I did it, I'm not gonna do it no more. And recognizing that you're missing your breakthrough opportunity. And we dealt with TikTok glitches. We had one that happened in January. We're experiencing one now. Just recognizing that stuff happens, but that doesn't you shouldn't stop, what you're doing. Continue to show up, continue to move forward, and you'll see how things will improve. I was experiencing issues too, And I'm starting to see kind of a little bit of a breakthrough with how my viewership is improving, how people are coming through, new views and stuff. And so, again, it's because I've been disciplined in how I'm starting my live, what I'm doing throughout my life, what I'm even doing before my live, and just making sure I'm staying the course with those things. And it's helped. It's helped quite a bit. You know what? I'll say this out loud too. I do think the uninstalling, reinstalling the app. I know you had done that too. You had done that back in November. I think that was part of it too. So I'm going to say that out loud. I think that did help with, jump starting what was ever wrong with the app for that we were using. Uninstalling, reinstalling did help. And also making sure you're staying up to date with all the updates that are out there. That's important for
The
for
other
the app.
thing that there was a I don't remember whose live it was, and I think it was someone from our agency. I just can't remember who. They were talking about the difference between your content and your lives. Yes, they go hand in hand. However, I have found that the people who really niche down like me, I am strictly houseplants. Don't talk to me about your maples. Don't talk to me about your roses, your hydrangeas. I ain't into it. I'm into your houseplants. I've really, really niched down. But when you have tons of topics you're talking about that don't come back to the niche, that's where you're losing the algorithm.
Yeah.
That's where it's getting lost in the sauce. And a lot of you need to just slow down when you talk.
Mm-hmm.
If when you make content, you turn on that caption thing, it's mucking up your words. It's because you're talking too fast. Slow down. I know we all get excited. I know we're all very passionate about whatever it is we're talking about, but get slow. Let people take notes. Let people absorb what you're having to say. Those types of things are big, big tips. Coach V, I sat in her room, I don't know, for 3-4 months before I ever pushed the live button. I didn't know going live on TikTok was a thing. I didn't know, one, it was a thing. 2, I didn't know you could make money at it. And 3, I didn't know that there was a community out there who needed me. And I just needed to show up. My tribe found me. My tribe knows where to find me every single day of the week but Saturday.
And now some Saturdays.
I'm a pop-up on Saturdays.
Okay.
Just randomness. It's whatever works for the family. I used to give them Saturdays, all to them, no TikTok time. Now they know I'm going to disappear for 2 hours.
Okay.
I'm usually going to ask early in the morning what's on the agenda for the day.
Right.
And then I put it in my thought bubble and I send it out to my super fans and I put it in my mod chat and I tell them, hey, this is what I've got going on. This is when I'm going live. Come see me.
Right.
And they do the rest from there.
That's awesome.
They tell their friends. When you're hitting that share button, if you don't share it to people who need it, why are you sharing it?
Yeah.
Give
absolutely.
that host the respect of giving them authentic people who want that information. Don't just share it with Jim Bob and you don't even know who Jim Bob is.
Right.
So once in future things, I am live Sunday through Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern till 10 a.m. minimum. I sometimes go longer, but I'm always on for 2 hours, 6 days a week. And then I do 2 hours at some point of the day on Saturdays.
Okay. Yep. All right. And so Flourish just hit 10K followers. Okay. Over 10K. It says 10.2K on my side.
Yeah.
And so
my live today had over 600 brand new followers.
Nice. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Her room is rocking and rolling, y'all. So I'm just gonna say that. So just know this has been a process, and just let me put this in perspective because I want you guys to go. All of a sudden, your room's gonna have that many followers coming in. In December, you were seeing a steady uptick. It was like it got up to like 60s. And then it may come down, trickle down a little bit, and then it'll go back up. And it does that throughout the live. And then she starts seeing more people in January. I think you started to hit over the 100 mark. That was happening in January. And then it will go down.
Yeah, it seems to be TikTok's going to test you. They're going to see if you're going to stay the test.
Yes.
They're going to throw out those R's. They're going to not feed you what you want. But if you just stay the course, you will break them of that.
You break them. You're gonna break them. TikTok gonna break you, and you gonna break them.
And because the test usually lasts, from what I'm seeing, somewhere between 10 and 14 days. That's enough to frustrate anybody. But if you're on a 40-day commitment,
you'll see the difference.
You're going to see it through, and you're going to break through, and it rewards you on the other side. It knows what it's done. There was a time when it only pigeonholed all the small businesses, and it really was hard on them. All of us were feeling it that are small business accounts. Then all of a sudden, that went away because we stood the test of time, and the herd did thin itself. But, I mean, it's thinning again because of that new other platform. But you know what? It's shiny things are getting the attention. Right. Stay the course here. You've already done the time.
Right.
Stay for the glory part of it.
I would agree with that. I would definitely agree with that. Thank you for sharing that. I think that's important for people to hear because I think again we want that instant gratification. We want to see things happen quickly, and this is a test of patience. It's a test of fortitude. It's a test of discipline. It's a test of consistency. And if you don't pass the test, you're not going to see things through, and you're not going to see, obviously the glory you mentioned. And so just recognizing if you're a person that is looking for instant gratification, it is going to test you. Okay? It is going to test you because you won't get it instantly, or you'll have these moments where things look better. And then things will go down a little bit. You're like, ooh, what just happened? But you come back, you keep coming back, keep improving, keep showing up, because that's where the difference is going to be made. And I know that's hard for a lot of people, but if you stay consistent, and that's what I teach, you'll see it. You'll see yourself through it, and you'll see that growth that happens because of it.
And when you get that test, don't change what you're doing.
Right.
Keep staying the course.
Right.
Stay on the path that you've decided for yourself and see it through. Because the algorithm is testing you and learning from you. Keep pushing.
Right.
Keep swimming, keep growing, and keep flourishing.
Right. Practice make progress. I appreciate you, friend.
Progress, but it makes permanent.
Permanent? You know what? I could go with that. I will say though, and we see this, there's always little tweaks that are being done to the app, little things that you're gonna have to learn and try to understand and stuff. So I don't want you to feel like, your growth is it's gonna stagnate. You're gonna constantly grow. You're gonna constantly have to learn new things. Super fans may change, and then all of a sudden you're having to do something else. And that's how this app operates. Super fans was not a thing back in September. I think we officially rolled it out, September, October. And it officially changed in January because that's when they said, that grandfather price for subscription ended. So now everybody is now on the new price structure for super fans. So all that has changed, and change is a constant here. And I think that's what people need to hear and understand, because you might have one thing you're doing, you're like, TikTok, I'm over TikTok, because you didn't experience so many change back and constant change constantly. And so at the end of the day, you're just gonna have to go with it and be patient about it.
If you believe in what you are doing and talking about, like Dr. Lisa definitely has a great thing going with her agency, and I'm glad to be one of the very first people to sign with her and to have her as my agent. But you gotta just stay the course. You just gotta stay consistent. You gotta be willing to maybe put not your big toe out of the comfort zone, but put your whole foot and let your body follow.
Right.
It doesn't matter what your topic is. Stick to it.
That's true.
Somebody needs to hear it. They're just not finding you where you are. Everyone arrives at the time they were meant to. They're never late. You're just arriving when you're meant to arrive.
Yeah, I love that. All right. Well, congratulations again. So what's the plans for tomorrow? Do you know what you're doing in your life for celebration?
I want to have some special guests. So, Coach V, knock, knock, I'm going to call on you. Dr. Lisa, if you're available tomorrow morning, I'd love to have you in.
Okay,
I'm going to get with Third Eye Organics, who is also another LYIA person, but he's a planty person. I'm hoping to tap into Growing Grace 757 and get her on there. I was on vacation week before, and I went to her home and we did our lives together.
Oh,
in her home.
nice.
I had plans to meet up with Natty Nat, we just didn't happen. I'm going to be in North Carolina this weekend. I'm meeting up with people there to share with people. So, you know, you're always going to get the same thing from my lives. You're going to get plant information, but you're going to get all the extra connections too.
Absolutely.
So think of it that way. Start somewhere, pick a thing, do a thing, repeat the thing for 30 days.
Okay. Love it. Well, I appreciate you coming up, sharing. People need to hear this. You guys need to see that it can happen, and it can happen in so many different ways. It's just up to you in terms of how you want it to happen for you. So just know, stay consistent, stay focused, stay patient, okay, and just keep doing it. Keep doing it. I don't want you guys to get too discouraged by glitches and all the other things that happen behind the scenes that you can't control. You know, and so one thing you control is yourself, and you just can't stay focused on it and don't give up. You know, and last, understand your why, and I think that's what you did, Flores. You said my why is this is part of my income strategy. I'm building community. That was kind of what she was focused on, and those two things she made sure she always kept that front and center, and that's how she was able to grow, and she was intentional about her growth.
And when Dr. Lisa gives you a kick in the pants, it's because you need it and she sees you need it.
Right.
Take it for all it's worth. The whole size 10, take it and go with it. 7.5, sorry. But it feels like a 10 this far away.
Right. Okay.
All right. She says it with purpose and meaning, and she has the education behind it to know that it's in you.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right. So,
exactly. I'm happy you stayed the course.
My props to Dr. Lisa and to Coach Vicky Wooden down in the chat.
Oh, I love Miss Coach Vicky. I will I will say this because I mean you were determined, and that's the thing about it. You were determined. You weren't giving up, and I appreciate you always saying, "Okay, I can do this. I'm mad at TikTok, but I can do this." So that's important. So that's the type of person you need to kind of make sure that you're staying focused. You're like, I know I can do this, but it is frustrating, and you did it, and you were doing it. So I'm so proud of you. So goals for the rest of the year. You have goals. 10K goal just got, you crushed it March 5th.
Just crushed that one.
Yeah.
I'd like to see 20K by the beginning of third quarter.
Okay, I like that.
That's where I want to be there. I want to see 200 super fans by the beginning of third quarter.
Okay.
And I've got some other things I need to work out that I want to see if I can put them in place.
Okay, I love that.
To make that go. So I enjoy, and this is going to blow Dr. Lisa's mind when I say this, I enjoy the campaigns. I don't enjoy losing at the last second, but but I do enjoy them, and I really do come in and cheer many of you on from my other accounts, and you don't know it's me.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to mess with my algorithm, and you guys are great. You're not in the plant niche. It's okay. I still love you, but and if you see someone give you some word of advice that you kind of like, that sounds like flourish, but that's not flourish. It's probably flourish.
It's probably flourish. And no, seriously, and take her advice, guys, because I will say there's something to be said. The seat I sit in, I'm like helping so many different creators. There's different people coming in my life. Thank you so much, friend. There's different people coming in my life, and there's different questions you guys ask, and I'll jump all over the place. I'm being a little bit more disciplined, and it is because of Flourish, because she was like, Doc, you gotta make sure you say the keywords. And I say my keywords. I try to stay focused. I do the activation. The app was not being nice today, but it's all good. And so just know, you have to do that. It's a difference maker. It really is a difference maker. So just know you got to train the algorithm. If you sit there and you're saying different things and having these different conversations and you're not saying what your live is about and not being disciplined in that way. Because I know sometimes we do it 1 or 2 days and then we forget to do it for 7 days and then we come back and do it 1 or 2 and it's like, it's not working, it's not working. Well, you weren't disciplined. So
Yeah.
stay focused, guys.
You can't be talking about Bible verses on Monday and then on Tuesday talking about plants and Wednesday talking about how to grow grass and they don't work. The algorithm doesn't know where to place you.
Right.
Pick your thing and you can branch out from it, spider out from it, do a little octopus dance from it, but you gotta kind of bring it all back to your core, your why, your what. And make sure you're answering those questions. Fastest way to lose viewers, not looking at that chat.
Right. Yeah, that's actually what we've been talking about quite a bit lately, especially our new friends coming in, because I think everyone's anxious to kind of get their message out. And I'm saying, okay, let's pause a little bit. Let's take it back to basics and just make sure that we are learning the platform and the features that are here in those first 3 lives, but also practicing talking and engaging with people. That engagement is essential. That's essential for the live host as well as the viewers to engage back. So that's what this app is, an engagement app.
In the beginning, I had to set a timer on my watch that I wear every single day, and it would buzz at the 10-minute mark, and that was my trigger to, okay, I got to stop here. I need to kind of refresh the room, reconnect everybody, tell them why we're here, what we're talking about. And after a while, I didn't need to set that timer anymore. My body just automatically, gotta stop, gotta do this, gotta shift, then we can come back to this.
Exactly.
Because it pulls people back in. Remember, someone's always watching from the hallway. I tell them to stop peeking in my greenhouse windows and come on in and set a spell. Grab a leafy friend and let's talk about it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's good. That 10-minute reminder too is really important in the first 10 minutes too, with the taps and with people liking your live. I'm going to go back to that activation that needs to happen. And what I do is I try to make sure I'm keeping the room involved in that process. Saying how many likes are up there, doing a time check, telling them how many minutes, because they can't see. They can't see how long you've been live, as well as they can't see. I mean, they can see the likes, but their likes, TikTok glitches. Their likes may be different from your likes. And so it's important for you to kind of just say, I'm at 65.8. Now, if somebody's not at 65.8 in a room right now, you might be like, oh, wow, we're totally off. But just know that is part of how that's that engagement you need to do as a live host, and you want to keep your room engaged in the process.
The other thing we didn't talk about, which was a game changer, was I'm in my greenhouse. I'm about 50 to 60 feet from my home. I had to get extenders put in to increase my bandwidth. That was a big game changer as well. So if you're not right on top of your router or your connection is spotty, remember that little house when you're live that's up there? It turns red, yellow, and green. When you have a good connection, it's green. And when you have a spotty connection, it turns yellow. And when you have no connection, it turns red. Follow that little system up there so you know if you have a good connection. No good connection, it's not pushing you out.
That's important. Yeah. Your internet can make or break you. Seriously.
For sure.
Yeah. So you got to make sure you actually have the best connection as possible, and then also make sure your app is updated.
Yep.
Yeah. So
check that baby once a week at minimum.
Yep. I checked it before I came here.
Do the workaround.
Yep. Exactly. I appreciate you, friend.
We can probably talk all day, right?
We probably could. This whole live could just be an interview, giving information. But I appreciate you. I appreciate you shining a light on what's possible and how growth can happen with just staying focused and disciplined and being very intentional about what you're doing. And that has helped many. There's plenty of people in the agency and beyond that you have talked to, you share what you've been doing, you've been given tips and strategies along the way, and to be so open and giving, because people don't have to be, at the end of the day, we know that. And there are people who do gatekeep and people who don't share. And at the end of the day, you've done a wonderful job of letting people know, like, here's what I've been doing. Here's my secret. And really the secret comes down to just being disciplined, just being focused on staying the course, doing what you do, and repeating that process and showing up every day to do it. And so just I really appreciate that. Keep doing your thing. You're going to continue to grow. 3 months, you're at 10K. I mean, these first 3 months, not that you were less than 10K before that, but I'm just saying you hit the 10K mark. I'm going to venture to say the way things are ascending for you, I could see 50K by the end of the year. I mean,
from your lips to God's ears, but
saying.
We're going to just do baby steps and we're going to keep moving. We get there sooner than I want. It's okay. I can adjust and pivot and celebrate. But you guys are the first ones that I'm celebrating with, other than my room when it happened today. I got a pit in my stomach that my numbers had changed, and I clicked it, and it literally, I saw it go from 9.9 to 10.
Wow.
And I screamed. And I had a little moment of teary eyes. I didn't cry for the first time when I hit a goal live. And
that's awesome.
I'm planning that celebration. Hopefully we'll have a good one tomorrow, but I wouldn't have done it without listening to what people are saying and applying it. It may not make sense when you hear it, but if you sit and, like I tell my daughter all the time, sit and marinate on what someone is telling you and totally love it for 10 minutes. It just may click how it needs to be applied to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I love that. All right, friend.
Thank you for letting me celebrate with you.
You are so welcome. Anytime. Keep coming back celebrating. Let us know. So live tomorrow at 8 o'clock. I will be there, and you're usually about 8 to 10, about 2 hours.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. 8-ish to 10-ish, and being that tomorrow is Friday, I have a jam-packed day tomorrow, so it's going to be a hard stop at 10.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Central or Eastern? You're Eastern time zone. Eastern time zone. Yep. So that's where she's at. So you are in Virginia. All right. I just wanted to make sure.
Or as I tell everybody, I'm in the southeast corner of the U.S.
Right. All right, friend. Appreciate you so much. Enjoy.
Yeah.
You deserve it. All right. Take care.
Yep, I'm gonna go take a 2-mile walk now and celebrate.
All right. I love it. All right. Take care, friend. Okay.
Bye.
All right. I love that, y'all. I love to hear folks winning. I'm just saying, I love to hear folks winning. That's what this is all about. You said, where's she at? I got the Virginia all the time. I don't know what part of Virginia. We should have asked. But definitely go to her live tomorrow. She'll be there at 8 o'clock. It's a celebration live, so you guys will be able to see her. And she didn't talk about the plant. She's in a greenhouse. I think if I hear her spiel correctly, if I remember correctly, she has over 600 houseplants in her greenhouse. So I think that's what I heard correctly. Flourish, if you're still in the room, please let us know. But I think it's like 600 houseplants, and they range 700 now. My bad. So, and she gets on me about my little fake plant here, so I don't even want to show it to her. Let me cover it up. So, but with that, it's just showing up, you all. It's just showing up. You said, I'm in Richmond. I need to check her. Oh, look at that. Nika, what is that? What is that? The spring picnic. Thank you so much. Appreciate your friend. Thank you so much. You said shaking your head about my fake plant. You don't see it. It's not there. I need to check her out because oh yes, definitely go check her out, okay? You said, oh nice. So definitely check her out. She gives great tips and advice. Would you mind explaining the best ways for us to engage with a live? Ooh. Well, let me say this, my friend, once in future things, you have already started the process because you didn't have a blue box when you first came in here, if I'm not mistaken, unless it was grayed out. It grays out if you are inactive on the app or in live streams for 7 days. Also, the daily heartbeat, if you didn't go back to a live in the last 7 days, it'll be a gray heart where the Lisa box is grayed out. And and we call it the ashy heart. Thank you, Nika. The tiny tiny reading. That's super cute. So let me explain the daily heart me. Um, Yvonne, once and future things. Anybody new? If you're new, put new in the chat. And if you have no clue what a daily heart me is, daily, each day, heart me. Okay? That's what we're saying. I know my accent sometimes messes things up, but it is called the daily heart me. And you'll hear people say, "You give you a daily heart me, like a daily heart me." So we don't do that in this room, but I do educate because I try to teach you guys how to be great viewers. So in turns, when you go live, you want to be a live host that's well aware, you know how to engage, and then ultimately you can help your viewers engage. And that's essentially what Flourish has done. She understands the things that are essential for TikTok. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. So when you come on TikTok, you're coming into this TikTok universe, essentially. And in this universe, TikTok says there's some ways that we interact and engagement and consistency. I don't have my watch on right now, but I usually point to my watch. They came up with the name TikTok, TikTok, because that clock is ticking and you're here and you're doing all the things to stay here and be a great viewer or live host or content creator or affiliate to make sure that this community is continue to grow and build. Okay, so you have a part, we all have a role to play. We just don't sit back and watch. So like I said, this is not TV. Thank you so much. Look at you, Fran. Thank you for the engagement. I see you, Fran. You leveled up with that too. Level up, Fran. Leveled up to 10. Congratulations. You do this on a phone or do you do it on your how do you keep up with the comments? I'm just going through the comments. I'm on my phone. So my fingers just kind of going up and down, up and down. So I'm doing this on the phone though. Thank you all for coming here. Let me start about the daily heart me. And actually before I get to the daily heart me, I talk about support because you asked how to engage. I feel like I just keep clicking buttons. No, you'll figure out your rhythm. As a viewer, you'll figure out your rhythm in terms of how you take in a live stream. Okay? So you'll figure it out. So let me tell you how to engage. There is free support. I always start with that. You guys know I want you to kind of know support that's needed. That's the type of support that you're getting. Thank you for that daily heart me. And then there is support that you have to have coins on your account. So if you're sitting here and you don't have any of the badges, the Lisa box or the blue box, that's what we call that engagement box. And that blue box will change colors. Thank you so much for that. I love you so much. That blue box will change colors because as you're growing, as you're building, as you're leveling up, it changes to deeper shades of purple. So it's not blue anymore. It's light blue when you first start off, and then it gets into the purple tones. And that's it goes from level 1 to level 50. So does the Lisa. The Lisa, thank you for getting that daily heart me now. Thank you, friends, coming in, Moonflower. That Lisa also changes a little bit of a color too, because as you grow in terms of how you're becoming from level 1 to level 50, the heart bit gets bigger. There's actually little Roman numeral numbers in there to say that you're growing in your level as well. I have someone who's in level 40s. Nika Grace, she's in the 40s. And so just know that it grows as well, and you get to highest you can get is 50. You'll see a slight symbol, another Lisa box that's slightly different. It is because they're super fans. So you'll see people who are super fans, they have kind of that burgundy brown symbol in their heart, and their box is a little bit wider. Those are people who are super fans. That means that they've gotten my subscription, okay? And the swirl is around the heart too. Super fans unite. Super fans also get the ability to come to my Superfan Live. They also, as a live host, you can turn on a feature called the Superfan Only Chat. So only your super fans can communicate with you. So some people do that. I haven't done it in a while, but just recognizing there's different ways for you to engage your community. And you heard Flourish talking about her super fans. She uses her super fan features quite a bit. How does one become a super fan? You would click, there's the heart symbol with the swirl around it. It's up here as that, my live goal is rotating between that and the super fan. So if you click that, it'll tell you how to become a super fan. So that's what you would click. I'm pretty sure, yeah, those are the two scrolling messages up top. Trying to get 50K followers. Oh, see, Ashley, did we talk about the scoop me? We're going to talk about the Scooby in a second. Ashley, stay with me. We don't use that language here because that's not authentic engagement. That's from the grow room. So we want to make sure we're using the right words. We pick up some of the bad verbiage from those rooms. Thank you so much, friend. You became a super fan. Look at you. We did yesterday. She was she here? Was she here yesterday? What words? You can't say scoop. Don't say scoop no more. Don't say that. All right. But we'll talk about it because I want you to learn because you don't have badges and boxes either. So I want you to know when you're coming into a room, there are telltale signs of people who are true engagers. And I know you're trying to increase your followers, but you want to also make sure that you have all the different things so that people can look at you and say, okay, maybe she is an engager. Maybe we do want to connect with her because of what she's doing, how she's connecting with other people in other lives. And those numbers are only in the chat, or is it included from all? The blue boxes for all lives. The blue boxes is across every live that you go to as you engage and get, um, as you're engaging and gifting in those lives. You just leveled up to. Look at you, Janelle. How you doing, friend? Look at you. I missed it. I'm sorry. Congratulations, friend. You said I'm new. I know you're new, friend. This is a room for new beginner tips. This is a newbie room. Jeannie, thank you so much for the balloons. Thank you for the power ups. I'm sorry, I said the power ups. The populars. The populars. Oh, and the community gift. Thank you so much, friend. Okay, let me start about free engagement. The likes that are populating here, these hearts, really quickly, we're going to talk about the hearts. Thank you so much, Mr. Treetop. The hearts here. Those are hearts from people literally taking their finger or device, we're going to talk about the device in a second, and tapping the screen. And if you tap consistently and long enough, the hearts will show up. And then right here, this heart up here under my name, those are the likes for the live. Those likes are going to increase. So when you heard Flourish and I talking earlier, we said we'd like to get this to 10K likes in 10 minutes when you first start your live. Okay? So if you're a new live host and you're looking at this number and you have 0, you're not liking your live. The live is not being liked enough. It's not being loved. Okay. So you got to like this live so that TikTok recognizes that people are enjoying what they're hearing, they're engaging, and that helps to improve your viewership. TikTok will essentially push your live out to more people. So you want to get in the habit of having people come in and like in the live. You're going to ask me, can I like my own live? Theoretically, you can. You'll see the likes increase. However, you don't want to. You want your viewers to like your live, okay? You want your viewers from outside your live to like your live. Okay, so that's theoretically what you want to. That's how this goes. It comes from engagement from people coming to your live, liking your live. So, okay, so if you tap your own screen, it will increase. It will show likes, but you want to get to the point where your viewers are showing liking your live. So, cheat code, just really quickly for you all to hear. This is my backup phone in my agency account, separate device. I can tap this device. And I'm liking it as if I'm Launch Your Income Agency. That's what this account is. And I'm liking the live, okay? And as I like, you'll see right at the top where that heart is popping up here. I'm going to show you again, because as you like it and you're tapping, that heart pops up. There's a line that crawls across. And at the end of that line, once you get to the end of it, you'll tap, tap, tap. Confetti dots are coming out. That heart is going to get fatter. You'll see the confetti populating out of it in a second. There we go. Confetti's popping out of it. And if I let go, it's going to show me how many likes. So when you hear people say tap, and Lisa put all those taps in there, that's what they're talking about, tapping the live. This is for all my new friends. So when you tap the live, confetti falls on the screen. It shows you how many likes you just said. You want to like your live as a live host, and you want your viewers to like your live, okay? What does an agency cost? It's free. And you must be going live at least 4 days a week. 4 days for 1 hour. That's ideal. That's what I'm telling people. So try to go live. And if you haven't gone live yet, then you want to go live and be ready to consistently go live. It is a free program. I'll explain it in a second. I always like to talk about the breakdown. This is a clicker. You said I got mine. This is called a clicker, and you can see when you turn it on, it's like it alive. That heart is there. It moves pretty quickly. Wow, 4 days scary, but I have to start. There you go. 4 days is nothing once you start. So an agency is free. Why Fright? Melissa, give me 1 second. Let me go through engagement. I'll talk about the agency because I want to make sure I give all the information. It's a combination of things. It's based on how you get monetized on TikTok. Okay, so this is the tapper. So this is something you want to get, especially if you're going to be going to lives. Okay, how do you get your friends to come into your live? The other, well, you need to communicate. You need to share your live. You need to let people know you're going live. You need to post about your going live. You need to add it to your story. You need to add it to your note above. People need to know you're going live. Where did you buy that? It's in my showcase. If you click my photo up here, I'll add it to my. I'll add it. I'll pin it here so that we can have it. I'm not gonna. I'll put it in the shopping cart. So I'm not gonna pin it quite yet because I won't be able to see the screen of comments. So I'm gonna be able to see your comments. But if you go into the shopping cart now, you'll see where I put 5 products in there. There is my clip-on light. It's my sunset lamp. It's the tapper, and it's the 2 stands that I use. That's in there. So you can take a look at there, and you're gonna click the shopping cart with the number 5 in it. And so this is what you want for liking a live. Liking a live is important. So again, you get points for that. You're showing points of engagement. Okay, so you get points that you're accumulating. When you click the number of people in the room, you'll see points next to your name. That means that you're an engaged viewer. And you also can click that question mark to see how engagement top viewers are determined. Okay, so your phone is tapping throughout the whole live. Yes, Melissa. My other device, I just took it off for a second, but yeah, I take breaks. Sometimes I'll take it off. Sometimes I'll put it on. Can you use tappers now? Yeah, yeah. One thing that you need to know is that you can't tap and type at the same time. So the tapping device is helpful because you can turn it off, and then I can put a comment in. So if I want to put a comment in and say hello, I just did it. And this is my agency account. You guys are welcome to follow this account. With this, I tell people all the time, in real life, you don't want this tapper device to be too high. I usually put it on 6, 7, 8, 9, not so much, but that might be on a high side. Some people say no more than 5, because again, you want it to be authentic. You don't want to be super high where TikTok thinks is a robot tapping your screen. So you want to make sure that you have it in a range that doesn't detect fake engagement. All right. So keep that in mind. You said a gray box on this account, the agency account. You know what, the agency, are you talking about the agency account? The agency account, I didn't fully friend this account yet, just because I was trying to keep it separate because I knew I was bringing it into the live a lot. But my shop account is connected. So the agency account, I am going to try to get it a little bit more engaged. You say yes, yeah. So the agency account, I don't even have coins on this account. So I'm going to have to start doing more with it. I think I'm going to start going live with it as well, to separate my account a little bit more so I can just make the recruiting part from the agency side, but we'll see. Do you have a card holder for your iPhone? A card folder holder, I think that's what you meant, for my iPhone? No. What do you mean in terms of doing content? Yes, for doing content, I think there's something in my showcase about that. I think so. I think that's what you're asking. For doing content, yes. Are you listed as a seller? I'm listed as an affiliate. An affiliate, not a seller. I'm listed as an affiliate. Okay, so 100K, like, oh, awesome. We're almost there. Sharing the live. Somebody asked the question, like, how do you share to your friends? I want to make sure I answer that question because sharing the live is so important. Yes. So your camera phone is a holder, and you can see it. Yes. I guess, Melissa, I don't understand the question, but to answer your question, doing content in your car is fine. You just want to make sure you're not moving. Doing lives in your car is fine. Make sure you're not moving. You cannot drive and go live, and you shouldn't drive and do content either while you're driving. So just make sure you're not mobilized when you're doing your content or doing your live stream. So I think that's what you're asking. So if you're sitting in the car and you're listening to me, then yeah. So your current stand using now is um, is just a clip-on stand that has my. It's not a tripod. No, no, it's not a tripod. It's a flat base. It's a flat base. My phone's on. For just starting, having enough followers now, do you have a list of things we need to do starting? Um, do I have a list of things you need to do starting your live? Um, in terms of how you should start your live. I do have a checklist. It's on my stand store. It's on that agency page I just pinned. If you're asking for like things you should be doing before your live, during your live, and after your live, I do have that. So yes, I do. It's on my stand store. It's like a small fee to grab it if you want that. I do give tips for people who have never gone live. You're welcome, friend. If you message me, if you send me a DM, I'll send it to you so you can get to my stand store that way as well. Um, what I do though, especially my new friends, that stuff is stuff you want to do once you're committed to going live daily. In the beginning, I just want you to engage. I want you to play around with the features. I want you to look around the screen. I want you to touch different things. I want you to understand how to say hello and connect with people. Where's it at? I never have. You never gone live. Okay. So definitely something you can get, but at the end of the day, the first 3 lives, you want to make sure you're being intentional about playing with the effects, talking to people as they come in, get used to the platform itself. Okay, good question. Can we just chit chat in lives in the beginning? Like, let's get to know each other. The very first 3 lives is the lives I'm referring to. Okay. Beyond that, you do need to figure out who your audience is, what your topic is, what's your niche. You're talking to a specific audience. There's a viewer there that you're connecting with. So I don't want you to miss the bigger picture here. So if you're just using your live as a get to know me, come in and stuff, maybe that's fine. But you want to be intentional about who you're trying to connect with. Are you trying to connect with people who don't understand social media, who need a connection, and you want to come in and be that place for them to kind of sit down and learn a little bit about? Or if you have a particular topic or something you want to share, you want us to kind of be a kind of a support group for one another, you can come to my room and learn from me or whatever, or we chat. You can do that, but again, know who you're talking to. So that's really important. Hey, how you doing, friend? Hey, Vibes, Yoli Vibes, how you doing? Isn't there a minimum 500 followers count before you can go live? No, it's not. It's like 50. Let me see. Once upon a you have live access, friend. Yeah, you have live access. You're level 3 and you're over 200 followers. So if you click on your profile, click TikTok Studio, look on the post side, then you should see live. Scroll down, you should be able to go live. You got to verify your age. You got to be 18 years and over to go live. So you have to do that verification and then you go live. Yeah. TikTok didn't change I think it is written somewhere on this app that you have to be at least 1,000 followers. Somewhere it's written, and I don't think they changed the verbiage yet. But no, they've lowered the threshold because they want people to go live. They've lowered it quite a bit. I want my niche to be selling my cups, jewelry, etc. I am chit chatting. Yeah, you need to talk about your products. Yeah, if that's what you want to do. I've literally been hustling to get 500. Yeah, you didn't even click the button. Click over there and see if you can go live, friend. So it's good to take questions at a time. Yeah, that's engagement. Those are people. You guys are real people. You want to talk to your community. If you're not talking to your room and you're not connecting with them, you're missing the big picture here. You got to talk to your audience. Nope, I was afraid. This has been helpful. You're welcome. Yeah, you all. You again. This is an engagement app. You said Daisy Duty. Let's see, your friend. And so I know certain lives don't allow for this level of interaction and engagement. However, you have to figure out in the beginning how you're trying to build your community, how you're trying to get people to come to your live. But you got to make sure people know the rules of engagement, know what they should be doing, how they can support you. If even if you are someone who's here playing an instrument, okay, you still got to make sure people understand that they should engage, they connect. Point to your live goals. Say you have your super fans. Use the viewer wishes. Whatever you need to do, people need to understand. Maybe use a board, use stickers. Those are things that you want people to understand how to properly engage. Because if you don't tell them, they won't do it. Just to be honest with you. So if you start going live regularly, you can join your agency. Yes, that's the key. And if you're not ready to go live, I hate to say it, and this is going to be across the board for any agency. TikTok just changed the rules for agencies. So if you have people on your roster that's not going live, you really, you really don't have. You really need to remove those people. I was about to use a saying, but I figured I might get in trouble with TikTok. So, but yeah, you got to remove those people. So I need to scrub my roster. I need to remove people who haven't been going live because they're really not helping my numbers. They're actually negatively impacting my numbers because they're not going live. So I'm going to be removing some people soon. I'm trying to get through the month of March because I'm traveling and stuff. But come April, I'm just going to have to remove people who just didn't go live. And for whatever reason, they signed up for our agency and chose not to go live. But a creator network agency is for people who are live streaming. Remove who? People who are not going live from the agency. What is no one asks questions? Is that audience shot two in the beginning? Yeah, you got to get people to connect with you. That's part of the process. It's going to take a little time. Yeah. So if you're not asking questions and not engaging, yeah, people are probably not going to ask questions either. You might find a few. Hey, Coach Jesse, how you doing, friend? Thank you so much. I went to your profile. Many tips or reels to watch. Where's your list again? What list, friend? My checklist is on my stand store. It's on the agency page. Um, I, I I believe, I don't know if you were here when Flourish and I was talking. We both said the whole thing about having your website or removing your website from your bio. I removed mine and I moved it to the agency page, and so that's where it's at. Did you see the picture I sent you on Show and Tell? I did not. I did not. I did not go over there. Hold on. What was it pertaining to again, Coach Jesse? Um, what was it pertaining to? Do you remember? What was I supposed to be looking at? Can you explain why you should never remove why we should remove our URL? Because TikTok suppresses your views. That's what we've learned. Your views are suppressed from it. Oh, that's a new feature. Okay. Yeah, I think you have something new. She said, sure does. Yeah, that seems like new when you did the update. I don't see that way when I go on lives. If you have a link for people to have a full reading, you should not have a link. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying you need to figure out a workaround. That's what I'm saying. Don't put a link in your bio. If you're trying to go live and you want views, you may want to think about using Service Plus, which is why TikTok is trying to get people to use it as a way to connect with your community. Yeah, so I'm actually saying that. So I have my URL posted behind me that you can see when. And you don't use the .com. She doesn't use that because you want to make sure TikTok doesn't pick that up and restrict you. You say same any kind of website. That's what I'm saying. All of them. Use what? Service Plus. Okay, where do you direct them? Look into Service Plus or is it in the app? Yeah. So yeah. Or people will type, yeah. So here's what Flourish does. I'm just gonna pin her comment. I think what we're doing is I know it's something that you got to figure out how to communicate. Flourish, she probably can attest that she was really trying to figure out ways to kind of do this workaround, and it was kind of frustrating because she was telling me constantly, Doc, they keep restricting me. Doc, I don't know what's happening. And when I told her that there was another creator in the agency that pointed to that link in bio being the problem and removing it, that's when she removed hers and it stopped. Okay? So just know that it is a real thing. You will get suppressed when you're going live. Your views are not going to be what you anticipate them to be. Some people was able to work for it, don't know what's happening. Maybe they didn't realize that it's being suppressed. Maybe I don't understand the logic. I can't explain it, but it is a real thing. It is a real thing. My point of contact at the agency confirmed it as well. I do think it has been a hindrance to my views too. I do think it is. So I moved mine over to the agency page. That's where it's sitting right now. Yes, you said yes. Hopefully some guidance. But I think they want you to use Service Plus. Her chat is awesome with helping with workaround. Yes. She tried to send them to a website. That's bad too. Yes. You got to be careful about how you say that. You don't want to push people off the platform. Okay, gonna go remove mine now. Yeah. Um, so you can have the website on a board without the .com. Yes, yes, that's what I would tell you to do. And when you saw the way she worded it, she did not say .com. You saw that, didn't you? So, so Service Plus. Let me do this, okay? Because I feel like we jumped around a few times. So I'm gonna remove the products the from the shop because you can't have Service Plus turned on and activated while you have shopping products in your shopping cart. So that's something else I'm saying out loud so you guys kind of know that is two things. Those are two separate features, and TikTok doesn't allow you to turn on both of them at the same time. So just know that's something you have to turn off. Um, Give me a second. I'm going to explain Service Plus. Service Plus will come at noon. I'm going to talk about Service Plus, so don't ask any more Service Plus questions. I didn't finish explaining what the daily heartbeat was, y'all. Let me get to the daily heartbeat. Okay. So a lot of questions just came at me. Service Plus, I will get to in about 8 minutes. All right. I will explain it. Let me talk about the daily heartbeat because I think there's some people who don't have it that is still wondering what is a daily heartbeat. In 8 minutes, whatever time zone you in, 8 minutes from now, I'll talk about Service Plus. So don't ask another question that takes me in a different direction. I want to finish the heartbeat so I can help some people get their daily heartbeat. Okay. All right. So here's what I'm going to say. And I love the interaction. So I normally don't stop the chat, but then I was like, I never finished my other thought. Now I got to go to Service Plus. So, all right. So, with everything said, done, you're tapping, you're sharing out the live. You say you're a great teacher. Thanks. You're welcome. So you're sharing out the live. That's the arrow here. Okay. You repost, you share. Those are free support. Your comments is support. Okay. When you click a comment, when you put a comment in, there's a heart. All right. Click that heart. And then you can add, she really is, thank you. You can add stickers. Put a go live sticker in there just so I can see if you got the daily heartbeat, you can do this. If you don't have the daily heartbeat, you cannot do this. Okay, so if you heard what I said, you're gonna put a sticker in the chat. I'm going over here trying to get new tires. So put a sticker in. You're gonna put a comment in and see that little heart. Put a sticker in. Those are comments. Comments, stickers, heart me, sharing out the live, all of that is support. You want to do that because TikTok actually tracks your engagement. You said just emojis. Do you see the grayed out heart? There's a heart next to before you put where you put just emojis. Don't hit send yet. Click that heart next to in the box. Click the heart next to the box, and that should open up the stickers. Okay, there we go. Go live. Yep, there's different stickers in there. Happy Thursday. How you doing, Lynette? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the populist, Nika. I appreciate you. You said nope. You don't see the stickers that the people are putting in here, Melissa. Melissa, you don't see the grayed out heart. You should have it too, friend. Thank you so much. No heart. So sad. I don't know. You have a. Did you get your daily heart rate for today? You should have it. Yeah, you're level 2. You should have stickers, friend. Click some of the other things. Don't click the word yet. Yeah. Big hearts love your work. Thank you so much, friend. Nope, I'm not on my phone. Oh, you're not on your phone? Maybe that's why. I mean, it's your sticker. Oh, thank you so much, Coach Jessie. I appreciate you. Hey, friend. um, I say it, so that's where you can do other engagement. You say it on your phone, you don't see it. um, Thank you so much, Bridge. I appreciate your friend. I don't know what to tell you, friend. I don't know if you have an iPhone or an Android. I'm not sure. Maybe somebody in the chat can help you. It's in the chat box, heart. Yeah, it's in the chat box. Thank you so much. Right side of tablet works too. Yeah. So it should be in the chat box. So you should be able to send stickers. Stickers is a great way to continue to engage and connect with people. If you are new to the live and you haven't, hey, Salty Supergirl, if you're new and you haven't gotten your daily heart meet, you wouldn't see what I'm talking about. You wouldn't have it. All right. You have to open to type a message. Yep. And the heart will be next to the emoji icon. Yep. That's it. Yeah. So it's right there in the chat box where you're about to send your message. Don't send it. There's a heart next to it. Moonflower. Thank you so much, friend. So those who don't have the daily heart me, it says join for you up here. It may even say the word follow if you're not following me. Thank you so much, friend, for coming in. If you click follow or if you click join, it's up there. Thank you so much. I have to go. Thank you so much, Yvonne. All right, friend. So daily heart me is what you're going to click. And then you will be able to see. Thank you so much for getting that daily heart me. You'll see all the different things you can do. You can send popular votes. You can send the heart me and get a point for that. You can send comments, get points for that. I like to tell people, think of it as if you are a fan for maybe your favorite artist, your musician, or somebody like that, singer, and you're wanting to make sure you're engaging in their content and going to their social media, you're coming to their concerts, you're doing all the things as a fan would do, buying their music or whatever. That's pretty much what TikTok is telling you to do. Here are all the different ways you can support this live host. All right? And you're doing it as a fan club member. And as a live host, we click that and it tells us tags and other information. They even have an AI feature now because as you guys are commenting, the AI is picking up your comments and understanding you a little bit more. And it will put in little tags that we can add for you. So if there's a tag in there and you guys are asking me all about Superfan, there may be a tag that says this person is interested in not Superfan, Service Plus. This person's interested in Service Plus. Ask them, have they started a Service Plus yet? You know, that's what it's doing. It's helping you. Thank you so much, Coach Vicky. It's helping you understand how to engage with your viewers. All right. So maybe at the 4 o'clock, we'll talk about the fan club a little bit more because we have some new people here. But this is your community. I don't want you to miss out on how you can really activate this group because these people are your fan clubs. Thank you for the populars. I see you, friend. I want to do live will throw, but I bet I will make a t-shirt for ways to engage that I wear. Oh, okay, cool. That sounds fun. Thank you so much for the puffs. So again, pay attention to your fan club. If you are a viewer, make sure you become a fan club if you're coming into our room. Nick, oh my gosh. That was cute. The claw machine. I saw you, friend. Hey, Leslie. How are you, friend? Listen, Linda, thank you so much for being here. 120K. Yes, look at there. We almost there. Janelle, thank you so much, friend. Hey. Hey, yes, Kay. Thank you so much. How you doing, friend? Hey, Nikki. Thank you all. You said I joined the fan club. Look at you. You sure did. Are you on the Saga platform? I'm not. I'm not. I'm on TikTok and YouTube, but I'm not. I'm not on Saga. So I don't know what that is actually. So U2G, thank you so much. Thank you so much, friend. So fan club. So join the fan club. You have to have coins on your account. So if you're somebody in here, you have no badges. That means you have no Lisa box or you don't have the blue box. The Lisa box is just for my live. When you go to someone else's room, they will have a fan club box for their live. They're gonna have a name for it. Much love. This is my other account. Oh, okay. All right. Awesome. Appreciate your friend coming through. Thank you for the support. Um, and so you want to make sure you have your Lisa box if you're coming into a room and you're on a regular basis. Then when it comes to um, Luna, I'm going to get to your question in a second. I'm not there yet. Then when it comes to the blue box, that is where that box follows you everywhere. That engagement box is important. So, really quickly, my new friends, if I haven't talked about the blue box before, I always tell people to check your blue box, hey pals, before you, as you come in a room, after you put your first comment in, look to see what your level is. How many points do you need to level up? Because you want to grow and level up from for every live that you go to. So you want to be intentional about your level up and how many points you need. All right. So do me a favor, put the word blue in the chat. Put the word blue in the chat. I see Doc. What do you do before TikTok helping us newbies? Give me a second. Let me finish the blue box. The blue box. Put that in. So blue, blue, blue. Do me a favor now. I want you to click your photo. Click your photo, and you should see your. So Cynthia, you should see your level 8. Lisa, you should see your level 6. IDK, you should see your 24 box. I want you to click your blue box. That is LV, whatever your number is. It could be level 0. I want you to click that. A blue screen will pop up. Once the blue screen pops up, then it's going to tell you how many points you've collected. Then there's a / how many points you need for the next level. And then there's a scrolling message that tells you how many points you need to level up. Okay? So how do you get to, Nika, I see you level 30. How does she get to level 31? What does it mean to get to level 19 for Luna? Is it important to level up in each live for us or both? Not for each live. This blue box, you may look at that box and look at that number and say, I won't level up for several weeks because the points are too much for me to think about leveling up at this point. And you may look at the points and say, oh, you know what? Okay, I'll level up today. I'll level up in this live. Or I'll level up by the end of the night because I'm going to go to maybe 2 or 3 more lives. So your budget is what you're going to set. You're going to think very strategically about this. And as you're growing, you may have to decide, what does this look like for you to continue to level up? Now, some people will, you have to put coins in your account, so that's money. Some people will get coins from exchanging them because they go live. OMG, I just saw a heartbreaker. Did you really? What was it? Your next level? Soon, very soon, level up. I love it. So I know I'm not gonna level up until the end of the month, y'all. I've already seen my numbers. It's like, oh, this is gonna take all of March. So, but just know you want to be intentional. Okay, people, TikTok is very transparent. We tease and say TikTok is messy because TikTok shows all your business. All right. So when you come into someone's room, we see what you've been doing and what you're not doing. We know who's new and maybe just brand new. We can read the tea leaves, okay? So as you're seeing this and as you're doing this, you're going to be able to read it too. All right? So you'll have people coming to your live and you'll say, "Oh, okay. I have no people with no blue boxes." That's telling, okay? So you need to know that. Or if you do have people with boxes and they're low level boxes, they're still learning, they're still growing. If you have people with high level boxes, you're like, oh, well, wait a minute, they've been on these streets for a minute. So you want to be intentional about reading the tea leaves and understanding how to engage. And you want to be an engaged viewer also, all right? A quick question. You offer a Zoom link to go outside of a live. Will they ban you? You probably could not do that in your live. I wouldn't do that. I would figure out a way to get people's email accounts and then you can send them your Zoom via email. I wouldn't do it in a live or in the inbox. I would do it that way. Gather emails. I am new to TikTok. Hey Sarah, how you doing, friend? Welcome, Sarah. You're brand new, 10 followers. Well, welcome to the room, friend. You're doing a great job. You have a bio helping Christian women confidently navigate dating world to find the relationship of and then it cuts off for me. But thank you so much for being here, friend. So we were just talking about the blue box and the daily heart me and engagement. So any new people, you always want to put comments in. You always want to engage. Can you send that invite, Service Plus? Can you send the invite for Service Plus? What do you mean? the invite to join Service Plus, Miss Vicky? Let me know if that's what you meant. Stephanie's World, how you doing, friend? So much to learn. It comes easier, the Zoom invite. Um, Probably not. Mm-mm. You won't be able to send a link like that. I don't think so. Service Plus does have a website that you can attach to your account. Like if you have a website that you want to attach, it's not a clickable website either. It's something that they'll let you authorize it, but it can't be like a stand or a beacon. It has to be your true website. So I don't think you can do it that way. You might be able to send the link is never going to be clickable in your inbox either. That's not clickable. So you might be able to send it in the inbox if they allow it, but your best interest would be to gather emails. That's going to be in your best interest anyway because that email is so now we're gonna get now I need to do a digital marketing 101 conversation because the email is gold. All right, when you gather emails, those that allows you to have additional communication and information sharing with prospective clients. So you really do want to get their email. Okay, I'm able to pull up a screen to show a document on my computer. Yes, if you did live studio, you should be able to do that. Um, so yeah, so right, yep, yep. Um, can a creator have seen like an astrology chart on a live? Possibly. Melissa, you have a lot of specific questions. I think you need to schedule a consultation with me so that we can talk through. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to answer all your questions without having some more context. And I don't want to do it on the live stream because I don't want to confuse other creators here. So yeah, we probably just need to schedule a meeting so people are not hearing different messaging because it sounds like it may be nuance to what you're trying to do. Um, Okay, Service Plus. Let me talk about Service Plus real quick. Let me do this. So with Service Plus is a feature that TikTok has, um, where first of all you got to get approved to have Service Plus. Um, I'm gonna put my consultations. Inbox me. It's on my Stand store. Message me if you're interested. I do one-on-ones. I do coaching. If you click this Service Plus here, you can also get to me there if you want to do a consultation. So message me directly. If you want the agency information, you can do that as well. So I'll work with you and do like a nuanced training if we need to. But sometimes the questions become a little too specific. And like I said, digital marketing, I I talk about beginner stuff, and what I teach is actually about how to know your target audience, how to identify them, things you need to think about. I kind of walk you through that in my coaching package as well. So there's a lot of training that's needed if you're going to do this and do it successfully. You kind of have to know a little bit more about social media, about digital marketing to make sure that you're doing some things that's going to help grow your business, especially when it comes to online, your online business. So I can't pin it again, but if you message me here, I'll send you the Stand store. You can go to my Stand on the agency page too. It's my web page is there, and you can go there and connect with me. So I'll say hello. So anybody who goes to this page, you should be able to get to it. All right, friends. Um, so yeah, the yellow box in the corner. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So what I just pinned was the Service Plus. Um, it's called a pin card. That's what they call it. Service Plus is TikTok's answer for essentially anyone who wants to promote your services, so your non-physical products. So think about physical products is TikTok Shop, whether you're the seller or the affiliate, the creator, whichever side you're on, you have that shopping cart, you have your showcase, you have your shop. That is TikTok Shop, okay? That's where physical products live. So if you're somebody sitting in here and you got a physical product you're trying to promote, then you need to make sure to a certain extent that you are working under TikTok Shop, ideally. Now, are there workarounds to get people to your physical stuff? Absolutely. Is there things you need to be careful for and don't do? What are some do's and don'ts? Absolutely. Okay. So there is some things you need to be aware of. You can do it, but you got to be very careful. Okay. So that is TikTok shop that you want to be aware of. And you can decide if you want to be a seller and have your own products in the shop. And then you can promote your products when you go live and you can pin them in the showcase and talk about your products. You can absolutely do that. If you have a web page or something like that, just be careful about how you do it. We talked about that with Flourish. We talked about all that process. So just be mindful that that is not acceptable fully because TikTok says you can't be pushing people off the platform. So you're going to have to be very careful and tactful about how you do that. So when it comes to your services, coaching services, consultations, ebooks, um, freebie ebooks that you're giving, any of those digital products, any of those services, they want you to use Service Plus. Service Plus is a new, it's not necessarily new, it's been out there. I think it's about a year or so old. I think it came out maybe around this time last year. So I should start out as a TikTok shop affiliate. If you're trying to sell and promote other people's products, potentially. Yeah, yeah. So Service Plus, that's where you get approval to get the ability to have the Service Plus icon in your live and activating that. You also can have video courses you offer. So depending on how you want to promote a service that you offer, you might have a course that you create as well. That's something else you can do. And then as you pin your Service Plus, you can tell people in that message, and you can change that message to what's on your pin message, but you can tell people to connect with you in the inbox. You can actually say, inbox me your email so I can send you my freebie, or I can give you more information in the inbox. Okay. Or I can let you know how to get my other services. So when you guys inbox me, when I pin my Service Plus, and I put this card and you inbox me, I'm gonna send you my webpage where you, my other page where you can go there and sign up for a consultation. It's under my Stand Store. Stand Store is my webpage. Okay, so you'll go there. You'll get access to that page. You can actually go there by going to my agency page. You said, Miss Vicky, ebooks, digital products qualify for Service Plus. Yes, yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. So that's what you're using for Service Plus. Service Plus, again, is TikTok's response for the service side of things. TikTok, if you do a video course, which they're trying to get people to use the video course feature more often. If you use the video course feature, TikTok does take 50% of it, just like a super fan. TikTok takes their cut. Now, if you're a person who doesn't have a website or you don't have some other another platform for people to go to and access your services from, then you may want to use the video course as a way to do that. You can say, hey, purchase the video course and I'll email you my ebook, you know? So again, think about whatever, as a business, you're going to always have overhead expenses. Every business, you're going to have overhead expenses. Service Plus is just another way to get your services in front of people. You're going to have overhead expenses from TikTok when it comes to them taking half the fees. Okay. How do you get to Service Plus? So when it comes to your profile, on your profile page, and I'll actually show you guys, on your profile, you are going to go to, let me go to this page. There's two different ways to get to it. You can go here under post views. If you go under monetization, you see Service Plus there. If you go to live, scroll down to tools and resources, you see Service Plus there. So it's under both sides. So you should be able to click Service Plus. You have to apply. They'll review your information and decide if they want to accept you. Some things you need to know. I tell people up front, if you are a business account currently, they do have a feature where you can complete what's called a contact lead form, where you can have people fill out that form and get their information that way, their email, other contact information from them. And you have to be in a business account to be able to use that feature. If you are a personal account, you don't have access to that feature. You can switch to business to get that feature. I would encourage you, think about if you want to switch to business. I'm not going to tell you which account to do, but think about if you want to switch to business. Just know that that's what you would have to do to get that form. Personally, I have a personal account. I don't have a business account. I didn't think it was necessary for me to do it that way. So I would just say you can decide if you want to be a business account or not. Hey, Color and Gems. So, but just know that that is Service Plus as a way to reach your clients. My other account is a business account. Okay, you have that feature, and like the agency account is a business account, so I can use it there too. Um, Again, I tell you guys, I don't want Service Plus is a great way to have people connect with you in the inbox, for you to communicate with your prospective clients and tell people to support you, if they're well, how you can support people depending on what they're looking for. So just know it's a feature that's in here. It's been so helpful. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Cynthia. Just know it's a feature in here. I think it is something that TikTok is really pushing and encouraging. I think it is supporting new traffic and visibility. So again, just know that it's not a bad feature. It will make you think differently about how you are planning to get new clients, or how you are planning to promote your business or service. The link in bio, I think they're really trying to do away with that. So if you're looking to talk about your services, talk about what you're doing, you're probably gonna have to use Service Plus to get people to know what you're offering. And obviously TikTok will know too. Get started, go live. so so let me know if there's any other questions about that. I know you guys are all curious about Service Plus. I think Service Plus is definitely something you want to explore, it depending on what you're trying to do with your live stream. Thank you all for being here. It's about to hit the two-hour mark. Let me know if there's any questions, and then who is going live. I didn't get a chance to really engage the way I want to. There was a lot of questions that came in. Hey, Angela, thank you so much for being here. At the doctor, see you later. All right, friend, how you feeling? Your leg okay? Angel, how you doing, friend? A reminder about the points. What points? Let me tell me. Oh, what points? Tell me which points, Miss Vicky. So your consultation is that best for? So your consultation is that best for? You about to say something? Great in you. Oh, I appreciate it. I'm doing great. Agency is best for you for your services. Um, no, the agency. Let me talk about the agency. I didn't talk about the agency. That's what I do need to talk about. Can I come up a minute? Yes, Miss Vicky, you sure can. Let me answer Melissa's question real quick. Agency is best for you or for your services? Agency folks, we do weekly meetings on Sunday over Zoom, and then I do one-on-ones with my agency people for 30 minutes. We do a performance review. Anybody who wants additional services from me, there is a discount for agency folks, as well as I try to keep our conversations, our one-on-ones, just strictly about your live stream. So people ask me different questions. Obviously, I know, information about TikTok in terms of whether it is super fans, whether it is Service Plus, whether it is TikTok Shop. I know different things. So there's some people who are so new, they're trying to engage and get information, and they need one-on-one. So I meet with outside clients as well as people in the agency as a consultation. So that's what I do. But it depends on what you need and what you're looking to get. Here's the thing, and I tell people this, and I'll be honest with you guys. This whole space, if you're looking to do this, you're going to have to make a decision about how you get the information you need. And I know some people want stuff as a way, you're going to do your research. You're going to do your research. But if you really want support and understand how to do this, you're going to make sure you get the right information. Coaching is a big piece of that. Consultations is going to be a big piece of that. When I started my journey, I bought a course that was like $500. I bought some consultations. I bought some coaching packages. I did all that because I knew I was all in, and I was willing to learn and grow. And I was seeing different creators and people who had already been through the ropes, who already had some information they were sharing. And I saw it as my personal investment in terms of my professional investment in terms of me growing in this space. So I know sometimes we're reluctant to do things, but at some point you're just gonna have to make a decision on if this is what you're really trying to do. How do you get the right information? How do you find the right people to support you in your journey? And for me, I had to do some investing in that. You offer that now? I do. I do, friend. I do. Let me know if there's any questions, Miss Vicky. I'm pulling you up, friend. Let me know. I don't see you. Uh, are you not? Are you able to talk about that on Tuesday investment? I know. Hello. Oh, did you leave a room? I didn't see you, so I messaged you or go to your agency. Inbox me here. If you click the Service Plus symbol, you should be able to inbox me. I'm gonna pin my thing again. Just inbox me. Inbox me here, and then I'll know. That way, I'll be able to get to it quickly. Um, Hello, Miss Vicky. How you doing?
I'm good, Dr. Lisa. Can you hear me?
I can, friend.
Okay, because I really am over here at the mechanic getting new tires. And I said, I'm going to sit here. I'm going to listen to the whole live. Everything has been wonderful. But I just wanted to, real quick, when you were sharing about the heart meat and the gifts and all of those, it was just one piece. I just want to make sure you get in because I noticed it today because I went in, like you say, put the word blue in and click on and go see where you are. And I went up there and I saw, how many points I need to get to the next level of orange heart in your room. And but I know that because I don't know when they're gonna tell me my band is ready. I said, well, let me claim everything I have up here now.
Okay.
Now, looking at that number of where I am, like before claiming anything, where I am, and I saw all those claim buttons. When I hit claim, it moved. The line moved.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, I was in a ladies' room last week, and I know that I gave like 2,000 points. I know I had over 2,000 points in there. I was losing my mind up in there. I don't know.
Right.
But I walked away from my phone for a minute because I dual task, and when I came back, her live was over, and I hadn't claimed anything. TikTok used to not make us claim those points, hit those buttons, and they were just automatically given to us. Now we can't take that for granted. We have to claim those. And so that's why I wanted to come up just to remind people that to claim your points, if you got to walk away, claim your points. That don't mean you have to leave the live, but claim your points. And Dr. Lisa just said a few minutes that she's about to get off of here. So
claim your points.
Claim your points. So that's all I want to say, Dr. Lisa. I said a hot minute.
I appreciate you, friend. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.
Yep.
Bye. So that's Miss Vicky. Just so that you guys know, if you connect with her, she is also a TikTok live coach for beginners as well. So she will help you understand some of the nuances. And she used to be a former teacher, elementary school teacher, and so she's really good at explaining things as well. Listen, Linda, how you doing, friend? Hey, Def, how you doing, friend? Def Signature. I know Janelle. How you doing, friend? So just keep that in mind. You want to get people who are going to help you along the way. When it comes to what she was explaining is the daily heart rate, you will see all the different things TikTok says that you need to do to support as a fan club. And then there's points you're claiming. Those points are not points that you necessarily can redeem for TikTok Shop. You're claiming those points so that you can level up in the room. And as you level up, you have a little bit more things that points that you're able to give, and points that you get, and things you can give in terms of higher level gifting and some other things that you have access to as a fan club member. Badges, some other recognition that you'll get. So all that is part of it. Okay. I had to claim my points. Yep. Daily heartbeat for the business account. I love it. The green room. Yes, that is Miss Vicky's room. The green room. So so yeah, just know to always claim your points. Okay. Let me know if you guys have other questions really quickly. And then who else is going live? We got some people who are going live. Hopefully you guys are gonna have a successful live today with minimal glitching. We'll see how the glitching goes, but it's been very, it's still very glitchy on our ends too. So I'm seeing it on the agency page. When it comes to the agency, I didn't do a lot of recruiting today and talking about the agency, but if you are interested in the agency, I'm gonna pin my Service Plus again. Just mention it that you're interested in the agency. Just say I'm interested in an agency. Agency is a program that TikTok has. It's free. Somebody asked me about the free stuff. I can't remember. Melissa, was that you? Somebody asked. Let me break that down. It's free because of the Scale Live Rewards. TikTok has a way to monetize live hosts under the Scale Live Rewards. Scale Live Rewards is based on two different sections. One is per live, every live you do per live, you get monetized that way. And then they have this other way that you can get up to 13%, which is called the weekly missions that you're completing. So you kind of got to know what are the things that help with your monetization. All right. So per live, there's two things that help with it. It is how long you go live, how many minutes, and how many new followers you get. There is a metric for both of those. So you want to pay attention to that metric. The most you can earn per live is 40%. All right. So it's how long, up to 25 minutes or longer, you can earn 38%. Plus, if you get 5 new followers or more, you can earn an additional 2%. So that's where the 40% comes from, 38 plus the 2. So per live, you're looking at how long you go live, how many new followers. The weekly missions is up to 13%. So in total, TikTok says you can make 53%, up to 53%. But those weekly missions, you want to pay attention to your daily heartbeat, where you stand with the daily heartbeat. Most people earn somewhere between 1 to 1.5%, just because to get the 2%, which is the max, you got to have 2,000 fan club members. All right. So most people don't have that. So you're really operating between 1 and 2% for that area. How many days you go live? If you go live one day, you get 6%. If you go live 2 or more days, you get 8%. All right. And then when it comes to your league, you'll see it over here where it says popular right now, but it's going to change the league. So it says League B3, 70%. So as you're growing in your league, when you think about surpassing the highest league you've ever been in, TikTok will give you up to 3% for that. All right. So again, these are the things you want to pay attention to: your leagues, your fan club, how many days you go live. All right. And then, hey, Carol, and then that's how you are going to monetize on your live stream. People are paying attention to that. They're paying attention to their leagues and seeing if they're growing and leveling up in their leagues. They're looking at their fan club and seeing how they're growing their fan club members. They're also looking at their metrics for how many followers they get per live. And then ultimately, they're looking at the metrics for how long they've gone live and how many days they're gone live. Okay. So all of that is factors for the Scale Live Rewards. So because of that, TikTok says, okay, I'm going to pay you. And then TikTok takes their cut. And then TikTok gives a few percentages to the agency. The agency then is paid by TikTok as well, because TikTok is using their cut to pay the agency. With that, TikTok says, okay, well, every agency can do things any way they want. There's some guidelines that we have, but ultimately every agency is different. And so my agency is a little bit more focused on training you to be a strong live host, talking to you about different ways you can support your community, helping you understand how this platform works. I do a lot of training. I go live twice a day answering questions. And the questions obviously are good because other people are hearing these questions and they're trying to figure out, how does this apply to their live stream? How do they take this information and then implement it into their live stream? Okay. Then I also do a weekly meeting with my community on Sundays at 6:30. I also do a school platform, SKOOL, where you can go there and get training resources and information that's there, as well as connect and collaborate with other creators that are in the agency. And then you also have group chats that you can share your live out, share your content as well, to get additional engagement. and also do one-on-ones. That's the other thing I offer, to do a performance review. So I'm looking at your analytics. I'm helping you understand your analytics, so hopefully you can use that data-driven, make data-informed driven decisions about how you're going to operate. So that's what I do as a live TikTok creator network agency. Ultimately, I tell people now, and I haven't been really pushing the agency as much, because I know even with TikTok, you know, having more people in my room, I'm getting a lot more beginners and people who have not gone live yet. Thank you so much, Miss Vicky. um, and the people who haven't gone live lately. And so if you're not going live, you don't need to create a network agency. I'm going to tell you that now. I'm a straight shooter. I don't mince words. That's not what you need. You don't need an agency. All right. But you said you're very knowledgeable. Thank you. You're welcome, friend. Thank you so much. You don't need an agency though. So the goal here is for you to go live. And so if you're not interested in going live, if you're not trying to build community, if you're not trying to be in the platform this way, then don't consider an agency. When it comes to um, going live, TikTok does have rules. Hey, Carol. TikTok does have rules. You have to make sure that you are not already with an agency. You want to make sure that you have not, it's only one agency per person for one account. You can have an agency on multiple accounts. Thank you so much, Carol. How you doing? Good morning, friend. Thank you for that daily heart me. If you are someone who has made a lot of money, $5,000 over the last 5 months, 6 months actually, we want to make sure that you can't join an agency until you are no longer making that type of money. So you got to drop down actually. But with that being said, you can't join an agency. So you got to be intentional about how you're making, how much you're making, because TikTok says you don't need an agency if you're making too much money. I'm in the US and Canada only, so those are the places that you can join my agency. And then ultimately, when it comes to being in violation of restriction, you can't join an agency. That was loud. Thank you so much. You leveled up to 11. Welcome, friend. Awesome. Congratulations. And so that's the agency spiel. So if you're interested in joining the agency, let me know. Message me here. Say I'm interested in the agency, and I will send you the information for it. All right. So just let me know. I have a disclaimer basically saying don't join until you're ready to go live and um, you've done your first 3 lives. You are committed to the live streaming process. You have a plan to go live. All right. And as you go live more, you'll learn the ropes and you'll be fine. But I'm really trying to make sure people who are ready to go live will join. All right. Um, any last minute questions, everybody? Appreciate you all being here. Let me know if there's any last minute questions. I am going to be back at 4 o'clock. I go live daily, so I will be back at 4 o'clock. And we will continue to chat and connect. So I appreciate everybody coming through. If you have any, if you're not, let me know if you're going live really quickly too. So if you are going live, put that in the chat for us as well. Thank you so much for the balloons. Appreciate you. Thank you for supporting that live goal. I'll be joining after I start going live. Okay, Janelle, I see you, friend. I see you. What if you have 100K and decided no longer want to do lives? 100K what? Dollars? Is that what you meant? What does 100K mean? 100K dollars. You're like, I got 100K dollars. I ain't going live no more. I'm done. Followers. You still can go live. Yeah, you can join an agency. I think we have like over 500,000 followers and maybe 1 million. You can't join an agency. There's some restrictions. I think that's a premium invite too. They just changed the rules as of March 1st. So I think even those accounts may be eligible now. They weren't eligible previously. I think with the new rules, the premium invite will get those accounts included. If you want to, I think what you're asking though, you're asking like, if I change my mind. I think that's what your question is. Like, what if I join an agency and I no longer want to join an agency? I made a lot of followers. I'm good. Is that what you're asking? I think that's what I'm hearing. Going live at, okay, Kay, you're going live at 2 p.m. Eastern. Nice. I'm going to try to stop by and see you, friend. You can pass it my way. She said you can pass it your way, Diamond. And it just want to give up lives. So I think that's what you're saying. I'm done going live, and you're an agency. Well, first of all, I'll be honest with you. Everybody who's joining my agency at the beginning of this year, I'm giving them 6-month contracts, which is on the low side. Usually you have a year, what I gave everybody else, as well as up to 3 years. So you can do up to 3 years. I did 6 months because I'll be honest with you. I'm really only looking for people who are willing to go live. You know, so my newbies, I'm here to support you and train you and give you guidance and tips. But if you're not willing to do the work, then it's no point in being an agency. So those people I'm hesitant to bring on. So I'm really being very particular about who I bring on this next round. Because I know it's important for you to be committed to the process, and I don't want to be out of compliance with TikTok. So that's my other thing. So I'm trying to protect the agency a little bit too by bringing on the right people. So I'm being a little bit more selective. The other thing I will say is that when it comes to the contract, you have 15 days and you can leave on your own will. You can leave whenever you want. If you exceed the 15 days, then you have to give a 30-day notice. And then you have to wait, once your 30-day notice ends, you got to wait 2 months before you can join another agency. TikTok will typically ice your account, meaning that you won't get visibility. You will have a little bit low views in terms of your live stream. So it may make you stop going live altogether unless you want to weather through that. But for the most part, it becomes a little bit more challenging with your visibility and stuff. So I would tell you, make a decision on if you're going to do it or not. Once you do the lives, you need to constantly do lives, and you do need to go live, and you need to go live at least 4 days a week, is what I'm asking creators to do. He said the money. I heard that, friend. Hey, Laviv, how are you, friend? Just curious, the ties. Yep, I think I explained it. Let me know if I didn't. How do I change the title of my live, please? Oh, when you're on the settings screen, just click the word where your live title is, click it, and it will pop up a screen where you can change it. So if you click that area for the live title, you should be able to change it there. Let me know if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Hello, how are you? I'm doing well, friend. I can commit to daily, but trying today. I heard that, Vivian. Thank you so much. Without an agency, what's the basics? Without an agency, what's the basics? To click the go live button and just go live. That's it. And keep talking to your community. Yeah. I mean, that's the same thing with an agency. They would tell you the same thing, Melissa. Yeah. Thank you for coming to my live. And you're so welcome, friend. Gotta do 45 minutes gonna do 45 minutes at 1 p.m. Vivian, that's your plan? Awesome. Vivian, did you have a different name before? I'm looking at the picture. I thought it was a different name. I'm not sure. Was it? Right now, not in position to commit, unfortunately. Yeah. I don't think you are yet neither, friend. You definitely you're in a research mode. You're researching, you're exploring. So that's important. I think it's important to do that. But I tell people all the time, analysis becomes paralysis. And when you overanalyze something, especially something like this, you'll get to the point where you talk yourself out of it. And at some point, you're going to have to say, you know what, I'm going to disrupt that behavior, and I'm just going to make a point to do something I've never done before or something different, because you'll overthink this to its fullest. And to be honest with you, there's a lot of times we do that, and ultimately we might be missing out on something that's really, really good. I'm going to be falling off after a few days, but I'm going to try again. There we go. KP, yeah, there's a lot of that happens. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I know that's, just give the couch doc. I overthink everything. You connected me with so many great ladies. You're welcome, friend. Did you see the restriction? Did I see the restriction? I don't see restriction. So you got a restriction again yesterday, Laviv? What was it for? I don't see restrictions. I see violations. So violation, like what happened last time, that I see. That was something I see. But no, you don't have a violation in the system. So you got a restriction last night? What was it for? Same person who had all the questions before. Oh, really? Okay. You said I updated my picture, so your picture's different. That's what it is. Okay, something's different. No, Laviv was asking me about a restriction. Getting a schedule has been really difficult. Yes. Let's see. No, the day before. Okay. No, I did see it. So again, restrictions I don't ever see. Only thing I see was what happened. What was that, last week or a week ago? About 10 days ago. That I do see in my system. But no, restrictions are just for you to see. Melissa, we'll get into it soon after my dog. Oh, okay, friend. Yeah. Thank you so much for being here alone. I tell everyone about your spelled words yesterday. Crazy. Oh, you talking about me with the foot? I said it today. I spelled it yesterday. I was like, well, wait a minute. Let me spell it right now. I don't know how TikTok's gonna act. So yeah. All right, friends. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all being here. Let me know if there's any other questions. Thank you so much for the support. Um, I again, um, I'm here to answer questions. That's what I do. When I say I'm new, I'm new. You're new, but you've been growing with 4,000 followers. I'm just saying, friend, you've been doing something. You're posting content. Something's happening, or you've been going to them grow rooms. That's probably it. I don't know. So but you've done well. This was great training. You're welcome, friend. 1,800 overnight. Oh my gosh, that was for you. Wow, wow. Laugh out loud. I've been posting and asking from my IG. Okay, gotcha. So people coming over from the other platform. Okay, gotcha. No grow rooms. All right. That's good then. That's good. Grow rooms. I don't say don't do them, but they're not something you stay. You don't pull up a chair and hang out there. Those rooms are for a reason, not a season. All right. So you just go in, get what you need, and then you make sure you make your exit. All right. Hello, how you doing, Mrs. Nixon? Hey, Snapper, thank you for grabbing that Daily Heart Me. I had a strong email list. Okay, well then it sounds like you have a good foundation. You have a strong foundation too then to go live. Thank you so much, Andy. I appreciate it. Share what's a grow room do. People go to those rooms where the room has hundreds of people in the room and people are coming in and getting all their scooping people up. Remember I said earlier that someone who used the word scoop. That's what they do in those rooms. Those rooms are really for you to get your numbers, but they're not engaging. They're not going to engage with your content. They're not going to come to your live. They're just trying to get their numbers up. So you got to be careful about language because people kind of see you for who you are when you use that type of language in a non-grow room setting. Quality besties, yep. Yeah, so people, you want people who are gonna hopefully be a true engager, not just saying the words, and not using the words from those rooms, So be careful about that. I don't want you guys to get caught up in the hype. That's a lot of what happens. And grab your points. Yes, get your points. Get your points. That's what Miss Vicky was talking about. The points up here, so you can level up in the room as well. But I want you guys to be mindful of how to do this. Thanks for your help. You're welcome. Appreciate everybody who was here. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know if you guys have questions in terms of how to go live. I'll be back at 4. You said stay away from. Yes. Yes. So yeah, definitely keep your distance. And again, maybe you're trying to get TikTok shopping. You're like 30 people short. And you're like, ooh, let me go ahead and go into a room real quick, get my number. That type of stuff. I said, okay, you go in there for a reason. But don't do that too much. That's not what you're trying to do. You want true people who are going to engage in your content. You said I have so much to learn. You're fine, friend. It gets easier over time. That's the thing about it. I mean, I've had people who sat in my room. Nika Grace, I think she's gone. She said she had the doctor's appointment to go to. She's come into the room for months before she started going live. I mean, literally months. Probably, I have to ask her again. I'm going to say her first day coming to my live was in April, not March. but April, maybe May. And she didn't go live until like October. Yeah, so it took a while. And it takes people a while. I mean, but again, you don't want to overthink this. Okay? I'm almost at, okay, can you get to 175K thing? Thank you so much. I appreciate the support, everybody. We are almost there. Users and their name, no followers, but their accounts has banned. Yes. User, no photo, and it says banned account. If you click it, you want to remove those. Okay, gonna go and set up my live features, live out loud. So nervous. You got this. My life is very busy. You'll figure it out. It comes with time. You'll figure it out and make adjustments along the way. I have overthinked it till the cows come home. There we go. No bio. Yes. You're saying no bio for those banned accounts. Yeah, their bios get taken to private. Oh, it might be somebody who's private. Follow me, saw a few. The follow me saw a few. Oh, I'm not sure what you're talking about, Melissa. Yes. Okay. How can you check if accounts is banned? So when you go to your profile, you're going to click following or follower, the number. Click that, it takes you to a screen. There's a search bar, it takes you to all your following, followers, and friends. There's a search bar. Type in the word user, USER. And then it shows any accounts that don't have a photo. They have user with all the numbers. Click that one, and then it will take you to that page. In the middle will say account banned. That's how you find them. And then you should remove those because it's inflating your numbers because you can't really engage with a banned account. I personally think TikTok should just remove them, but I think people will feel a certain way by their numbers dropping so drastically. But again, they need to remove those. You said I have followers that have like zero anything. Remove them. You can unfollow them. You should. They can't engage. So, and they're probably not engaging. They're not posting content to get engagement. so yeah, so you should probably remove them. More will come. All right, my dear friends, I appreciate you all. Okay, thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for comments. Thank you for stickers. Thank you for the gifting, the engagement. I appreciate all the support. Remember, practice makes progress. We're not trying to be perfect. We're just trying to get moving forward, okay? All right, friends. I will see you guys at 4. Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. Thank you for being here. Appreciate everybody. Take care.